Well, hello everyone. This is Chris the Disney Baker. Welcome aboard. You are in the Disney pin layer, as you can see. My name is Chris. I'm the Disney Baker. I am the Disney Baker. And I'll tell you what, this week was pretty exciting. We had a total 100% transition of Walt Disney World Magic Kingdom, which was great. We had an amazing first couple days, and it was just fantastic. And then all of a sudden, we transition. We go from Halloween and overnight, pixie dust is in the air, and we go right into Christmas. What an experience that is. Oh, we're glad you guys are here. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. We're going to be talking about, of course, some Disney merch that came out this week for Christmas. And my son spent some time in California and went out to Disneyland and Pixar Pier, and he had himself a really good time. And he brought me back some little nuggets, little gift nuggets, which was fantastic. And everything else is just, my pin boards are coming together real quick, and we're going to show you a couple, maybe some things that you've seen, maybe things you haven't seen. We're going to go over some of my Christmas pins from years past. I do over here have to my right, I added another camera today, and everything's working and there's no feedback. And thanks to my producer, Jess. Thank you, Jesse. That's fantastic. We got together a little early, and what you should do, I mean, if you're going to do something live, you want to make sure everything's kind of working and gelling together, And it did, and we worked it out, and we pushed some buttons and pulled some strings, and I got some hot glue out, and no, it's just teamwork, and together team spells out together, everyone achieves more. So thanks, Jess, appreciate that. Give her some love in the chat. All my mods, thank you for being here. I appreciate it, and those mods that have been throwing some stuff out. Oh, right. Some of those mods have been throwing some stuff out and throwing this live stream out today. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Kenneth. You do an amazing job with that. Thank you. And everyone else that's done something to help push this. This is great. It's positive energy here. It's all good stuff. We are transitioning into a different holiday season. We had Phantasmic start up last night. A lot of amazing YouTubers were just out there, got invited, and they threw some pictures out. I just clicked on them, I supported them, and I jumped right back out because I wanted it to be a surprise. We're heading out there Friday night, and I just want everything to be a surprise. So let me just jump into chat here real quick. Jonathan Chong, he says, I bet Chris got the large Christmas pin. There's a large Christmas pin? I think I may have missed that one, Jonathan. I'm not sure, so I may have missed that one. Kenneth, what's going on? Hey, Kelly the Mickey Bunch, what's up? And you know what I didn't do? I was going to take something over across here and open up. Hold on one second. I know you guys can see me. This is cool. And I'm just going to open up my chat over here in my messages on my IG so we can keep everybody in the loop here. And all right. And just reading back on the chat. Walking with the woods. Yeah, I'm having some issues with my Instagram, guys. So, be patient with me on that. I'm really trying to work that out. So we'll see how that works. And again, you all know I am a little bit challenged when it comes to that. So we're working it out. But anyway, back to what we were talking about. Let me get something to drink, and I'm going to keep going with chat. And okay, Kenneth, and here we are, the Mickey Bunch, Kelly and Birdwell 24/7, where the birds are always well. Stole that one from Kelly. And Chris Dye, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Rather than that with Jesse, our amazing producer here. Victoria, hey, what's going on? Good to see you. And we have Ashley Loves Disney. Hey, Ashley, welcome. And Sebastian the Crab. She's crabby. Oh my gosh, you ever walk around the park with her? She's so crabby. Actually, she's not. She's amazing. Brian, what's up, Brian? I missed you this week. I didn't see you. There was a couple people there. I didn't know if you were still here, but I missed you this week. I hope you travel safely if you are back home. I wasn't sure. So, anywho, I appreciate you. Share the stream out if you like. Hit that thumbs up button. And if you're watching this on hashtag replay, leave me a message. I'll get back with you. You have any questions about my pin frames, about my pins, about all the other things I collect? Let me know. Give us a shout. So without further ado, we're gonna jump. I'm not gonna jump yet, just because I want to put something under that one camera. I have a surprise. And I don't know if anyone has ever have seen this year yet. I'll have to back my camera up a little bit, and let's see. There we go. So this was how I started my week. Look at that. And this is from Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Now, again, these were extras given out to cast. I'm not sure if these were given out to every guest when they left the parties this year. I'm not sure. But I really liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. And, as you can see, I think you get a good frame on it. And, am I here? I can't see it out of my other side. And there we go. Yeah, great. Okay, so I have a camera in front. And that's focused on my Pinocchio nose here. And so, yeah, these were pretty cool. So they handed it out to the cast on November 1st. And it was the day after. And November 1st, of course, is the Day of the Dead. And hopefully you watched my live stream of me making my Day of the Dead chocolate gingerbread cake. Not cake, but house. Instead of a gingerbread house, it was made out of chocolate walls and roofs and things. So that was pretty cool. And I thought that was really nice that they would share this with us. So that's definitely going to go into a frame. And it does say, of course, at the bottom, Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary. So that's pretty cool. I like that. As I said, my son did travel to Disneyland, and he spent some time out there, saw some friends, and went to Pixar Pier. Now, he got there before I did. I haven't been to Disneyland yet, but to commemorate his visit, he brought me back, of course, some pins. So, and it was Halloween there, and we're going to zoom in on this one. So it was Halloween there, also Halloween week, and I really liked this one. And if you all know what that's from, say in chat. Hey, Movie Mania Nick, welcome. First placer, hello, good to see you. Can't tag, that's okay. No worries, Cal. I want to check something here. Hold on one second, guys. Okay. Trying to figure out, some of my mods aren't coming up as mods. Jonathan, I knew you had it. I had you in as a mod. Hey, Surf Bomb, what's going on? Surf Bomb, John? Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but anyway, I'll take care of that. The Black Cauldron. That is correct. So with this, okay, I want to show you. So I'm moving that the right way in my picture here. There we go. Yep. With that, I want to show you this. Look at that. Is that not cool? I got this from my mother-in-law, and this is still factory sealed. This is so cool. I don't have a manufacturing date on it anywhere. Let me get my handy dandy magnifying glass here. See if I can find a date it was manufactured. Bet I can. All right, this film has been modified from its original version. It's been fit your TV. All right, so it is a hi-fi. It is Dolby Surround. It is not a remake. I know that. Let me look on the side. Maybe Movie Mania Nick will be able to tell me how I can tell from the outside. But anywho, I can't tell from, I'm sorry guys, I can't tell from anything here. On the top. No. But that is cool, yeah. And and I'm sure it was probably at Sam's Club or Price Club or something like that, because that's the kind of tag they used to use. But here's what's really cool. It says first time on video. Collectible chromium FX package while supplies last. And then the ad down at the bottom says save $4. It's just an ad, which is, I think, is really cool. And that's how they used to do that when you buy this. Oh, there is a date on here. Okay, it says complete offer expire. Okay, so it's a date for the offer, which is 1991. So this is pretty cool. So I'm going to kind of keep these together. My son knew I had this movie, and he's like, I just thought you'd like that. So that was really nice. And now we do have that at Walt Disney World. And it is also something that we do talk about in my lives. We talk about, let me grab a pointer here. My other pointer's in my other room. This is what they call a pin on pin. All right, so it's the base pin, and then there's another pin that's laid over top of it. It's a pretty heavy pin, and this one was $17.99. And if you weren't familiar, there have been a couple slight price increases on pins, and I believe the cheapest pin now, the cheapest single pin now, is $11.99 on property. This is a cool pin that my son got for me. I really like this one. I'm gonna zoom in, and we'll use the zoom here. And I have to turn my head because I can't see. So it's got Huey, Dewey, and Louie. And I really wasn't sure who. Oh, and that's the witch from their Halloween cartoon. It says Happy Halloween, and it's dated. It's a limited release, not a limited edition. And it also is a pin on pin. Yep. You have the base pin, and then you have the other pin. All right, I'm going to go back over here. Francisco, welcome. Good to see you. All right, and there are a few versions on Google. 1988. Thanks, Jonathan. Yep. So that is that pin. So that's one of my Halloween pins that I got, and I did score myself a Halloween party. Oh, let me get back here. Oh no. Hold on. Oh my goodness, what is that? Let's shut that down. Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. My bad, sorry. All right, technical. So I did score myself. I was working my Zoom here, and I wanted to do as well. A Halloween, not so scary brochure map, and it showed everything that they had at the parties and where all of the characters could be found, which was pretty cool. I like that. Where all the candy could be found. I did have an opportunity to give, oh look, and it does say this. At the end of your not so scary night, pick up a complimentary Halloween 50th anniversary celebration commemorative print as you exit the park. So the commemorative print, that's a commemorative print. That's pretty cool. They had some of the food here. Gravedigger milkshake was a Sleepy Hollow. Worms and dirt funnel cake. Oh, I bet that was good. At Sleepy Hollow. Almond sweet corn cake. I heard that was very good. And then on other nights, I heard it was very dry. Spellbinding fried pie. I would definitely get one of those. And Pain and Panic. Everybody knows where they're from. Hot dog at Casey's Corner. So yeah, this was pretty good. This is nice. It's just put aside and hang on to for the grandkids maybe. We'll see what happens. And so another item that my son picked up for me was an Oogie Boogie Bash limited release pin pack. And these were more, normally these are $17.99. Okay. Right now, if you go to, and we'll look at some of the Christmas merch. The new Christmas merch blind box set is $17.99. This one at Disneyland was $24.99. So we're going to open it. We're going to see what we got. Now, here's what I like to do. It's got 2 pieces of tape at the top. Some of the boxes I like to save, so I might save this one. So I'm just going to take my razor blade and I'm going to run it right across the back here. And then I'm going to give it a little squeeze and I'm just going to pop that open. All right. And I need to find my other phone. All right. I need to text somebody right quick. My son's in the other room and I'm going to need some help. Okay, Kelly, I got your message. Thank you. That's cool. Let me just take care of that business here right quick. One second, guys. I need to send I got some music coming out of the other end of my room. I'm going to message my son, see if he can fix that for me. There we go. I messaged him. Thanks, guys, for your patience. All right, here we go. Here we go. Sorry to keep you waiting. All right. So here's the pictures. And we'll see if we can't zoom in on them. You got Oogie Boogie, and you got Oogie Boogie Bash, Villains Can Boogie, and then you have 4 villains in this set. So let's see what we got. Oh, these are already open. Well, that's odd. That one's already open. Oh, I got Villains Can Boogie. That's a cool pen. That will definitely go, oh, sorry, that will definitely go up on my Halloween board. Triple A Sparkles. What's up, Triple A Sparkles? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. And Emily Rose, hello. How are you? And I got Oogie Boogie. Look at him. He's so cool. Oh, and I bet he glows in the dark. That is cool. So those were the 2 pins. So those came out of the set that my son bought for me. It's a blind box set from Oogie Boogie Bash. So I'll just set those aside. And I'm going to grab my mute button here real quick, guys. I just need to send a message out. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. Oh. Give you something to look at. We can look at this. Go in the bedroom and turn off whatever music's playing, please. Turn what? Turn off whatever music's playing, please. Thanks. I don't think there's any music playing in the bedroom now. It's coming through my walls. Oh, you guys could hear that. I thought I hit mute. Anyway, all right, no worries. It's all good.
You forgot the mute button on that one.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I had music playing in the other room, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And it was just, it was in this, it was in my right ear, and I'm like, oh my gosh. All right, thanks, Jess. That was funny. I can't hear the music. I should have turned it up, Jonathan. That's okay, yeah. Um, and there is a Christmas set that I got. If we're gonna jump maybe into Christmas here real shortly. We might as well. Oh no, we got one more thing. We got one more thing. All right, so you all are aware of the magic bands. Let me do this. Let me see this one. Can we hit that one, Jess? Just the one in the front and this one. That way I can just look up. Yeah, thanks. All right, so you can put me off to the side, maybe small, and then this one could be bigger. So this is, when my son was in Disneyland, he was there the week they started Magic Bands. And it was really cool. And this is one of the new Magic Bands for Disneyland. Disneyland's never had Magic Bands, and now they do. And this is really, really cool. This one has the castle. I can zoom in on it. Maybe I can't. Let's zoom in this way. It has the castle, and it says Disneyland. And then right here, it says, "To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Walt Disney." And this is the Disneyland, and this is going to be really cool. I'm excited. I'm excited to wear that. I think I'm going to save that probably for either New Year's or for a Christmas party. But that was a really great gift that he picked up for me. So, all right. So let's jump into Christmas. So Christmas merch, Christmas pins, la la la. I love it. And there were a couple, and they were going super fast the other day. And catch up. Oh, cool. For it. Yes, it doesn't say that, Jonathan. But it is. It's the first. It's. Oh, check this out. Has anybody ever seen that? Can you read that? What's that? Look at that. It says. Works with Alexa. Whoa. That's something new to me, guys. Works with Alexa. Well, that's something different. We're going to have to do some research on that. All right, so let's jump into some Christmas merch. This piece of Christmas merch I picked up at Cast Connection, and I didn't get a chance to open it up. Its regular price now on the shelf is $44.99, and luckily I was able to get this at a discounted cost because I make magic, and I fell in love with it. And this is the new ornament train that hangs on your tree. And I don't normally hang these on my tree. I just put them up. I'll put them on a display somewhere. See if I can slide this off. I'll pop it out of here. There we go. There we go. There we go. So we have Mickey, and he's so cute. And there's glitter. He's got glitter on his little Santa hat. And he's got Chip and Dale. Oh, the glitter's coming off in my hands. He's got Chip and Dale on the front of the train. And the train number is 28. 28. And it's got a cupcake behind it. That is cool. I like how they reference the dates. And the next in line would be Goofy. He's just sitting down, chilling. And then Donald shaking a gift, trying to find out what Santa brought him. Probably coal. And what's nice about these, I just noticed this. So for people that just want to use them as displays and just put them put them on a display, they have these little clasps. And look, it comes right off. Or you can clasp it right back on and then hang it. That is really nice. I like that feature. And next up is, of course, Pluto. He's really cool. Got a wreath around his neck, and he's being good because he wants his treats. And then at the end, you have Minnie. And she's holding the gift that Mickey bought her or made for her. She's in the caboose. She's hanging out the side window. And it's got a little wreath on the back. And that's really nice. So I was glad to get that. That made me Christmas happy. And I got that a couple weeks ago. I shared that on one of my other lives. So we'll just set this aside and put it back in its package a little bit later. So, all right, let's get to some pins, and then we'll talk about Christmas merch.
Chris, look at your screen.
Oh, look at that. Yes. Oh, thanks. Look at this, guys. All right, so this is a set that I just showed you, and it's $44.99, and it is on Shop Disney right now. This is great. And they're the coolest things. Yep, so, if you have a Disney Visa, you get 10% off. So you can shop with that. And that is, you got Mickey, Goofy, you got the whole gang. You got Mickey there, and Goofy, and Donald, and then you have Pluto and Minnie. Thanks, Jesse. You're awesome. So I was talking to Jess, and I were talking beforehand, and I kind of threw her this curve, and I'm going to start doing this a lot when I do some of my pin stuff. I want to just jump on some merch and talk about some merch especially some of the merch that I like to pick up, but then some other things that are out at the parks, and some things that aren't, and some things that are maybe just at Shop Disney. All right, so one of the things I was going to try to do, and I didn't really know how to do it that much, so we're going to go, I can try to do this, and then we're going to go Christmas pins. Christmas pins, doo-dah, doo-dah. All right, so one of the things that I'm learning how to do is share screen. And I did, like I said, I didn't want to put Jess on it too much. I don't know if she wants to give me, a thumbs up. If she wants to try to do it, we can try to do it. I can try to let her do it. And then, so we're going to be in the pins, the Christmas pins. And because if I go to share a screen, I think I'm going to mess things up. And so I don't want to mess things up, so we'll just keep going.
I got you.
All right, cool. That is awesome. All right, here we go. All right, so the first one is one that Jonathan, I tell you what, buddy, you know me too well. This was the first purchase that I made yesterday in the pin series. This is one of the first Christmas Grail pins that has been sold separately. I love how they kept with the motif this year. They really did a nice job. They came out last year with something that was called Walt's Lodge. And I'm going to just jump in the chat real quick. Everybody's doing it. Pluto is the best pup. Yes, but he always gets lost, kind of. Oh, Pluto! Oh, What is that? Doggone. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, we haven't seen anything Stitch Christmas yet, Jess, but I'm sure he's coming. Um, oh, the designer princess pins, yes, with the door hinge. They were clearance. They sure were, Jonathan. I didn't know if you collect those. You collect those? Um, Send me an IG. Let me know if you collect those. And which ones you have and which ones you don't have. Um, so this is one of the newer pins, and this pin came out. It didn't surprise me on the price. The price was $34.99. It is not limited edition, but I will almost guarantee you that this pin, I'm gonna almost guarantee it's not gonna be around long. I doubt if it'll be here even at Christmas. And it is a very, very nice pin. Walt's Lodge came out last year. The motif of the lodge and just the old time skis and the fireplace. It was really nice, and they kind of ran with it and went with it again this year. I like how some of the pins are similar to what the single pins came out, and I'll show you that in a few minutes. And we'll zoom in a little bit more. Let's see, we zoom in a little bit more. There we go. And then we'll just go ahead and go from top to bottom. So we have Mickey here, and of course he is at the top of the tree, of this tree, and there's a couple trees here. He's at the top of this tree putting his star on, and there's a flower star on this one. And then over here we have Minnie, and she's putting a wreath on hers. We have Daisy, and she looks like she's finishing up a bow on a package. And then close to the bottom, you have the Goof. You've got Goofy, and I like this part because he's struggling with the garland. You have Pluto in the middle. He's jumping out of a gift box. Like he's a gift. And then, of course, you have just the Grump himself. You've got Donald. Now, I haven't looked really, really hard yet, but I haven't seen... I didn't look... Let's look a little harder. I don't see Chip and Dale. I do not see Chip and Dale. Wow. Now, Chip and Dale, they're on a special pin this year, but they left them off of this one. That's very surprising. So this is a pin. They call these Grail pins. I was really new to Grail pins. I have a couple now, and it is a pin on pin. It has the base pin and the Goofy pin. And when I say pin on pin, it's just like a 3D layer of a pin. It's actually not another pin stuck on, but you can clearly see it's thicker. So we have Goofy and we have Donald, which is part of the pin on pin series. Hey Alyssa, what's going on? Good to see you. I appreciate that, Kenneth. Thanks. I'm going to keep doing that. That's one of the things I really like doing when I do my lives. I really like focusing on detail because I love detail. And what I always do is I always try to put a Mickey in the middle of my table, and that way I know where my middle is, and then that way I can go ahead and just set the next pin, and everybody gets to see who it is. All right, Jess. So this is the next pin. And what Jess is going to do is she's going to kind of highlight these pins off to the side, and then we'll look at these pins here, and then we'll go back and we'll look at, and Jess will have a list of all the pins that we're going to do in order, and it doesn't have to be in order, and we're going to talk about them after we look at these live with me. Okay, so this was the first 2-pack pin, and this was really, really cool. I like this. Jess, if you want to drop camera 1, that's cool. And we can just go with this one. I can just start looking up at you guys here and waving. And how are you? This, I like this pin. It's the first 2-pack pin that came out. We did not have a 2-pack pin last year for Christmas. I did get the Christmas set pins last year. I really like this one. Again, the detail that they make on these pins is just so cool. And right above Minnie, it says, "Make the season bright." and she's got a candy cane, using it as a cane, and the lights are going around her, and she's in her Christmas outfit. And then you have Mickey, and he's like right next to her, and he's got his own pin. Best Christmas wishes. I really like that sentiment. And he's carrying a tree, and he's got his gift, and something new with Mickey this year, guys. And I'm gonna tell you, it's this sweater. He's got this sweater, and I have some pictures that I'll be. We can probably see the shirt on Shop Disney. There is a red sweatshirt, long sleeve, that just has Mickey in the middle, and he's got this red Letterman sweater on, and it is just too cool. So this is a really, really great pin. I like this. I like everything about it, and they're pretty heavy. And this pin set, 2 pins for $17.99, which makes sense of what we were talking about earlier. The blind box sets for Christmas are $17.99. I did not purchase any of the blind box sets. I'm not into doing a lot of blind box sets now. So that's that one. Okay, and we'll save that one for last. And here is one that I really, really liked. This is the wreath. It is so detailed. I really, again, I like detail pins. I like it. It's got a little Christmas ornament hanging from the center. It's not a dangle. It's a fixed. Has this nice red bow at the base. It's got its green wreath here, and of course it has the Mickey ears for the wreath. And then look what it has, guys. It's got another ornament in the middle of these round wreath parts, and it's got a cardinal. Cardinals mean a lot to me. My mom loved cardinals when she was living, and every time I see a cardinal, I think of her, and I know she's nearby. But this was one of my favorite pins so far. And these pins are silver. No, they're $11.99. And then there was one pin I didn't buy. It was 2 pins I didn't buy. I didn't, and we'll look at them on Shop Disney, but I didn't buy the mini pin single. I didn't buy I didn't see a Donald or Daisy pin, but I did see this one. And this is a really cool pin. I really like this. I like the pin backs this year too. They're very festive. The pin backs have gotten really, really festive over the past couple of years. They used to just be white or black, but they're really using them more as an advertising part. I like this one. I like that he's making the word cheer, and he's going to hang it up over the doorway. And of course, he's got his red sweater on with the M on it. I'm sure the M's on it. And he's got a Santa hat, and he's just happy. He's just happy to be here. He's just happy to be part of the Christmas celebration. And again, he was also $11.99. And then we have Goofy. Now, here's the part that I really like about the Goofy pin, guys. And I touched on it a little bit when we looked at the Grail pin. And hopefully we'll be able to see that without too much reflection. All right, let me just go right here. There he is. See him? It's the same pin. It is the coolest thing. I really like that. How the detail, and he's got his garland. Now they did change the color on the garland. The color on the garland on the Grail pin is more of a greenish. This looks like popcorn garland or something like that. And he's all tangled up. He's all tangled up in it. And he's Goofy. I agree with you, Jonathan. Jonathan says that Chippendale is a favorite at Christmas. Chippendale's definitely a favorite at Christmas. I'll agree with that. They have Chippendale nutcrackers that are about 14 inches tall. They're really cool. They came out with a new set this year, early on in the year. I'm going to guess there is. Oh, you know what, Jonathan? He's not on that Grail pin, but he is on a separate pin. Yes, he's on a separate pin. They're in a stocking, and both of them are popping their heads out. I just didn't care that much for it, so I didn't grab it. It might wind up in my basket one day. Who knows? Um, but unfortunately, they're not on that Grail pin. So, all right. And then last but not least, Christmas pin that I got, and I really like this one, and you all are really gonna see why. I'm gonna go ahead and take it all. I'm gonna show it to you on its backing. Okay, and this is the Yuletide Cheer. Yuletide Cheer. And on it, it says, "Oh, what fun it is." Now, here's something that I noticed. This at the bottom says, if you guys can read it, it says Disney Vacation Club. But I will tell you, these were out. These were straight out on the shelf yesterday, and anyone could have gotten these. And they were $1 more. They were $12.99, and they are exclusive Disney Vacation Club pins. And it says it right on the back, right here, ladies and gentlemen. Disney Vacation Club, right there. Yep, right there. And here's a really cool part. Look at Mickey. He glitters. They've got this really cool, glittery red on him. He's so cool. I really like him. He's so cool. And last but not least, in our Christmas pins, that was the last one. But I collect other pins. And this pin is a set that I've been collecting now for over a year. I'm going on 2 years now. It's called the Fine and Dandy set. These are really cool. They came out with single Fine and Dandies, and now they're doing, again, like I said before, they're doing pin on pin. And this is a Mickey and Minnie, and Mickey is dressed up as Dapper Dan, and Minnie is dressed up in her Dapper, and she is just so adorable. And this was a limited edition. This was just released the other day. I really like that. I don't know how big it is, but we're going to find out. The limited edition size, and they were $19.99. And then I have a surprise for you guys coming up here really soon. You're going to like this surprise.
You mean the surprise is sitting below you currently?
That's the one. Okay. And this is a limited edition of 3,000. Ah, wait, she's here. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that was my Fine and Dandy pin. And speaking of Fine and Dandy, hi, Kelly, ladies and gentlemen. It's Kelly from the Mickey Bunch. How are you?
I'm so glad to be here.
Yay. Oh, it's nice having you. And actually, I just got done showing a bunch of my pins, but they're going to be to the right of me. So if anyone in chat wants to see another close up of a pin, I can definitely do that.
Hi,
Kelly, oh my gosh, and she's in one of her Christmas flannels. Look at that. Oh, that looks great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm happy to be here. I'm
Oh,
happy to be here.
oh,
So thank you so much. It was so sweet of you to invite me.
oh, that's
I always love hanging out with you and
uh,
all of these amazing friends. Look at these people in chat. They're
yeah,
incredible.
it's great. And I like how you say that. It's one thing to be in chat and talk to everybody, but when you have an opportunity where you can reach out and invite somebody on, and you go, well, I don't know, you want to kind of invite somebody with, oh, I don't know if they'll be comfortable or anything, but I know you're comfortable. So
Yeah. Well,
yeah, so
let's get a little comfortable in here. Yeah.
when I see your Mickey behind you, your Halloween
Yeah,
Mickey's
I
still
still have
out.
it. Yeah, it's busy. It's busy. You have Halloween and then, you know, All Saints Day, All Souls Day, so that it'll come down eventually. But yeah,
Yeah.
I love the fine and dandy pins too. Are those for Dapper Day? Dapper Day usually?
Usually they are, but they Oh, I have. Is that me? I turned my. Is that me? Can you hear me?
And hello, Chris and
Okay.
Kenneth and Jeanette and
Um,
AAA.
Normally they do come out right before Dapper Day, but that one didn't. That one didn't. That one just
That's
came out
amazing.
like last week.
I
And
love it.
it's
I
so
love it.
pretty.
They're so cute. I love seeing them all in their like dapper clothes.
I do like that.
Hi,
And
Rhonda.
um, so you experienced the change over for a couple years from Halloween to Christmas.
You know, it is kind of a unique thing at Walt Disney World where it literally happens overnight. At Disneyland, it doesn't. They wait 10 or 11 days to switch over to Christmas decorations. So there is something magical about going on the 31st and then of October, and then going the very next morning on November 1st, and it switched over. So it's its own kind of magic for sure.
So when you were making magic, did you have that opportunity to do that? Go the next
Um,
day?
Actually, you know, I wasn't a cast member at that time in the parks. I was at DVC at that time of year. But I definitely went as a pass holder. And so Dylan and I went Halloween night, and then, and then we went November 1st. And it really was cool. I love watching on Disney Plus. They have, you know, those behind the scenes kind of things of the switchover. And it's impressive. I mean, it's you know, so many magical elves it takes to make that magic happen.
A lot of pixie dust.
Yeah.
A lot of pixie dust. Well,
Yeah.
one of my favorite things was I worked Halloween, and I was making magic Halloween, and I saw so many amazing people in so many outfits. And the next morning, they were bumping in, and I was saying hi to everybody the next day, and they went, "You remember us? We were the Sanderson sisters." And I went, "Oh, I remember you guys." I said, "How much sleep did you get?" They went, "Not much."
No, there's no way.
And we were standing right in the middle of all the Christmas merch, and it was just nice that they remembered you, and they acknowledged that, and they go, "Okay, well, we're gonna have a great time today." And it is it's something that I hope everyone can just experience at least once, you know, and if not in person, definitely through, you know, a lot of the opportunities that are on YouTube. It's just so
Yeah,
much out there.
yeah. It's so cool. Yeah, and I definitely that Disney Plus thing is just incredible. Now, without if I'm stepping too far, let me know. But are you going to be able to go, or have you are the cast members going to that cast member only, you know, where they film the ABC Live special?
Yeah, normally that's well, I know last year that came out in on the hub on which where we get all our information. We haven't seen it yet.
Oh, so I'll cross my fingers for you.
Yeah,
Have you gone to that yet? Oh,
no,
it's so cool.
I haven't, but I so want to.
It's so cool. So yes, usually you get a little bit of a notice, and then it's like at some crazy hour, like 11 p.m. You know, but be in the queue. Be in the queue. That's all I can tell you. Be in the queue.
Definitely. And Dad Builds, welcome, Chris. Good to see you. Eventually with VP. What's up, VP? Thanks for coming in. And Chris put something else right when you popped in. Look what he put up. And he likes pudding.
I don't think I'm allowed to say it anymore, but what you
Go
building,
ahead.
Daddy? I always
It.
love see Chris, and oh my goodness, I miss VP so much and family. So
Well, I
love
tell
you
you,
guys.
Drew in the moment posted a picture the other day where he got to hang out with some of the guys over there at the Polynesia, it looked like, and they were having a good time. And VP was there, and then they posted a picture and they had all the ladies of all the gentlemen that were there, and Arlene was there. It was just really, and Queen V. It was really nice pictures seeing everybody getting together and having a good time.
I did see that. I don't know. I think it was on Facebook or Instagram or
Yeah,
something.
I was on
And
one of
it was just like VP was holding court, though. You know, he's such a personality. I mean, he's handsome, he's funny, and you know, him and Arlene are just the dynamic duo. But him with the guys, he's like in the center, just holding court. It was awesome.
Yeah.
So I miss hanging out with him.
Allegedly, he is.
No, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan.
But those are one of the words that he used to say when before I started actually baking on my channel. He goes, "Well, he's allegedly a baker. We haven't seen him bake anything yet." So,
Yeah, you know, I think the Dia Los Muertos or Dia de los Muertos gingerbread house you made was amazing.
oh,
I
thank
mean,
you.
it was amazing. I had it playing while I was at work the next day, I think, and it was very soothing. But I was so glad. I think you cheated a little bit because you didn't bake the gingerbread, but it was so great to see an actual baker put one of those things together because I got a lot of tips from you. Are you with me, chat? When you get those gingerbread kits, it's like, are you flipping kidding me? Am I being, you know, pranked right now? Because mine never will adhere. So you know what I do? I cheat because nobody's eating it.
No.
I hot glue it. I tried using the egg whites and sugar and the, you know, and then heating sugar.
Making the extra, yes. That's
Yes,
hard.
to try and like cement it. Because who's eating it? No one eats those things.
No.
So hot glue is your
And
friend.
the funny thing on the side of the box, it said it's a level 2. Oh, sure. Sure it is.
If you're an Imagineer.
Yes. Yeah. And I was surprised how
But
long
you
it took
did an
me.
amazing job, though. I mean,
Thank you.
So beautiful.
I had talked to my son Adam, and I said, I think what I'll do is, as I did buy 2 kits, I was going to just put the house together and the night before. And that didn't happen because we stayed out at the Halloween party a little late.
You know, when I used to do it with the kids, I would always do that, put them together the night before and then just let them decorate because it's, you know, they just ain't got time for that.
Most definitely. And this is what Chris Dye said.
Yes. No, I loved it. I was literally taking notes while I was supposed to be working. Wait, I'm sorry. I was working, but taking notes.
Well, the thing is, they give you just enough.
Yeah, you have to have more. You have to, even if you're just decorating it, like I'll make frosting or even buy frosting and put it in like, you know, tubes for the kids because they just don't give you enough. We need more.
Yeah. And the colored icing and the little plastic things is great until you get your hand on it. And then the heat from your hand just made it into like water.
Yeah, you know, that happens sometimes.
Yeah. That's well, I appreciate the nice comment. I thought it turned out okay, but I'm super critical of myself.
No, I was like, so there's not a smear anywhere. It's like perfect. It's so beautiful. I loved it. I'm a big fan of Dia Los Muertos too. And I thought, gingerbread house, that's so cool. So loved it. Hi, Jesse.
Yeah, so I think the one thing I would do next year or maybe this year for my Christmas one, I'm just gonna go put some teasers out ahead of time, you know, on Instagram and here on Facebook, and just like little 3-minute videos.
Oh, like little short videos.
Yep.
Like and
okay, guys, this is what we're gonna
up.
do. Here's what we're gonna need. If you want to make some extra icing, now's the time to do it. Let's get it done 2 days before. Here's the recipe. Make some up, and that way everyone, you know, I'll give them, you know, like the bags that we use, the decorating bags. If you want to order some Wilton tips, I'll give them a week or two. I mean, you can order that stuff, have it at Amazon 2 days later, and that way everybody will be just not.
No, I love that. I love that. Walk us through it in advance.
I'd like to get 2 or 3 people on with me, and we all make it at the same time.
I'll do it. It'll be a hot mess, but I will be there.
Yeah. And I'm sure they make edible hot glue somewhere.
Probably.
Well, you know what? Make yours with hot glue. Why not?
I mean, didn't we
That would be
all sort
neat.
of eat Elmer's glue as children? So I'm sure it'll be
Well,
fine.
let me tell you, when you see those big wedding cakes in the windows at the bakeries, that's not real cake.
No, I know.
It's
I've stuck my
it's
finger in it trying to get frosting
it's
before.
styrofoam.
It's
Oh,
it's
you don't
not
want to eat that.
real.
No, it's not edible. And there's styrofoam
It's
cake
like the
layers.
original catfish.
Yes. Yep. Oh my God. And VP says, just working here, trying to help people make memories. I tell you what, I have a card, and it's right here, and I made sure I put it next to me. And I don't know too many people that do too many spectacular things, but I will tell you, two of them, Yachty's one of them, and VP's another one. And this is, can you read that? Is it forward or backwards? Hopefully it's.
I'm too vain
There
to
we
wear
go.
my glasses,
Yep,
Chris.
it's Norwegian Cruise Lines, and you can contact VP. He is on
Hi,
Instagram,
Tyler.
and if you're planning your next cruise, this is the guy you want to contact. Norwegian Cruise
So,
Line, and his business name is Sean, and VP is his last name, Valdez. And if I say it right, it's Pages, and he does a great job. So check him out. He's always working. I miss him. I miss him on lives. I
I
miss him in
miss
chats.
it.
There we
He
go.
used to
Thank you so much, Jess. Look at that. Check him out, and check out his channel. He's got a great channel.
So
know.
fun. Such a great family, a faithful family, a fun family. VP is quick with the facts. He's super and Arlene is I love it. I hope they do an advent calendar again, because a couple years ago when she was like coming at him with a knife and, all kinds of things, it was super fun trying to get those socks out or whatever they were doing.
It's hey, what's going on, Jeff? Good to see you.
Hey,
This is our dream,
Jeff.
Jeff. Good to see you. Yeah, it's nice because those are the. I met them an hour and a half before I met you at Universal.
Well, can we just lie and say you met me first?
Sure, you can do that. Christmas is coming. I'm not lying about nothing.
Well, I don't, I try to be good, but it's just so much more fun being bad.
Jeff. Okay. Yeah. You heard everybody. Kelly said I met her first.
No, that was such a great day. Such a great day. It was really, really fun.
And you know what? It's learning and I like to reminisce sometimes when we get to talk, but I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for all of you, because I watched and learned from everybody else. So
It's
are.
it's an awesome thing. It really is. And I say this a lot on streams, like when you start this thing called YouTube, you never think, you know what? I'm going to meet friends. I'm going to start a channel and meet friends. Like that would be crazy. But no, you really do. You meet friends and they're like amazing. And I am better friends with, people in this YouTube thing than like people, that I've not met in YouTube.
Yeah.
I mean, real, like, loving, sweet, there for you, fun people. There's something about this Disney connection, this like-minded people that are just stinking great. Like you. So
Thank you. Thank you.
all these awesome people in your chat. You've got all stars in here, Chris. You're like, all the dogs are coming to your yard right now. There's like all the cool kids.
Well, I tell you, Jeff popped in, and I got to dance with him a couple weeks ago down at Disney Springs, and with his son. And let me tell you something, you're gonna hang out with them, you better do two things: bring your dance shoes and drink
Yes.
lots of water ahead of time.
Oh, I thought you were going to say drink something else, but yes, dancing shoes. I have been blessed to dance with Jeff and Angela and sing, great Motown tunes with them, and it was just like the best time ever. So I can't wait to be back there and do it again. Hi, walking with the woods.
Walking with the woods. What's going on, guys? Okay, so are we? Is it story time?
Sure, I love
All right.
story time.
So, if anybody doesn't know, Walking in the Woods, it's Nick and Claire, and they're abroad. And I have
Or a dude and a broad.
a dude in abroad. Yes, that's true. So, I had an opportunity to meet a guest yesterday, and it was one of those meetings where when the guest first walked up and talked to me, I thought he was just asking questions, where this was, where that was. And he was an older gentleman, and we got into our discussion. My discussions aren't 20 seconds. Everybody knows that. So, and he said, I have a question for you. He says, I was wondering if you could help me out with this. And I said, sure, what's that? And he says, I have a couple of these Disney dollars.
What?
And he says, and I was just having trouble using them. And he says, but I think you can help me out with that. And I said, I can. And he showed them to me. And he says,
Well, no.
are these something that you could use? And I said, well, you can use them too. And he's like, I know that. He says, but how about you? He goes, I'm sure you maybe could add these to a collection that you have being a cast member. And he went on to tell me he had worked for Disney for 18 years.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
In security. He worked 8 years at the Contemporary, and he finished 10 years at the Polynesian.
Wow.
And he was in the service, and I wrote all this. I wrote all this on the back of this.
Aww.
And
It's even got the envelope.
Yes, he had the envelope. And I wrote my notes on the back of it. And look at the sticker.
Oh my goodness.
It's
I
a
love
black
it.
and white sticker of Pongo. And the sticker's from 1996. And he was in the service.
So you and I weren't even thought of yet,
No.
Chris. We were just,
Yeah. In 1967, he was transferred to Hawaii
Wow.
in the service. Stayed 3 years in the service. He left the service as a Sergeant E5, and his name is Tom Goralski. And
So Tom, if you're watching.
well, I told him I said, your grandkids can show you, and he's like, I know what YouTube is. And I had just happened to go to lunch, and I just want to show you a couple of these, and they're just absolutely amazing. I've never held one of these, and I've never seen one of these.
I feel like you should have the white gloves like Doug from PTV has.
Yes, yes.
That is so amazing. So
And
incredible.
a Mickey. Now I'm going to look
And
at
they look
my.
so crisp, like not all
These are pristine.
handled or anything.
These are super pristine. And I've never held or seen one of these either.
I was thinking the same thing, VP. Oh wow, I've seen Mickey.
That's funny you say that, VP, because I looked on the web and I went, oh, I wrote on the back. But that's, and Jess, if you want to make me bigger, I can show you the mini one again. And she's so cute. Is there a date? What's the date? 19. Oh, I'll get my magnifying glass out. Minnie is 1994.
Is like the Wizard of Oz running the visuals here?
Be afraid, Kelly.
And I didn't know it, so I was like,
be afraid, Kelly. Be very afraid.
I am. Yes, I'll behave.
Oh, every single
Someone behind the curtain.
Every single bill I got is 1994.
How awesome!
Yep. You know,
That is
so
so cool.
I took my other ones. Oh, I can show you. It's right behind me. I took my other ones, and I found you can buy these guys.
You know, I'm actually very impressed that you're wearing pants or shorts.
I always wear pants.
Pants are overrated. Let's be honest.
And those are the back. Oh, so the bottom one here is Mickey, but look at the back of that.
Ooh, look at that case. Wow.
The trolley.
That's
so cool. And
I love that you have that display where you can see the front and the back. Because I was thinking, oh, that'd be cool in like a frame or something.
And
But
they're
that's
magnet
even
and they're
better.
magnetic.
Oh my
There's a
goodness.
magnet on each one. So
Look at you being all fancy.
yeah. Well, you want to take care of them. Now I have to get one for the other ones. I guess I won't need one for this, VP, right? Oh, that's right, Jonathan. You got to be careful what's behind the curtain.
Wow. Yes. That's
So
funny.
we were Jess is going to pull up some Disney merch.
Yay.
And we can talk about some Disney merch that came out on Shop Disney. And
Things I can add to my cart.
oh,
Add to cart,
speaking
add
about
cart,
adding to a
add
cart. Yesterday, I don't know if everyone knew, but the new popcorn bucket came out.
Hi,
And
Yadi.
it was Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. And if you're on Instagram, you saw it. Hey, Yadi, what's going on?
It's so
Good
cool.
to see you.
Hi, Yadi. It's
Adult
so cool.
TV from California. What'd it do?
Hey. What it do?
What'd it do?
I love Kidult TV.
Oh, man. You want to listen to a good DJ? He jams. That's how I found him. He was jamming one night. I was like, I'm in. This popcorn bucket. Okay, so when a cast member tells you, we don't know things, we don't know things.
Oh, honestly, we don't know most things, right?
So I'm eating breakfast yesterday. I just got up and eating breakfast, and I'm scrolling through some things. And a new thing that I'm doing, and hopefully you all can practice this, don't pick up your phone for an hour if you don't have to, and get on social. It'll really change your morning. Just for me, it's working.
Agree,
So-
100%. 100%.
So-
I've actually been doing that myself. I put the phone like where I can't reach it from my bed, and I use that first hour to pray, or I play the rosary on TV, or I just be silent. Like go take my dogs out. It's so nice to be detached as you start your day. So anyway, go ahead with your story.
Yeah, no, and
You're
your dogs
detached and you're eating breakfast and
I'm
what
eating
happened?
breakfast, and then I was like, okay, well, it's been a little bit over an hour, so I grabbed my phone, and what's the first thing I see? Is that, I'm like, oh my gosh. So I go right to my Disney experience, and I'm like, okay, I'm making a reservation. So I make my magic, and then I can go into the park. And I went, and there it is. And I
So
made
beautiful.
magic until 6:15, and they were all the way back in Fantasyland, all the way back at Silly Pete's, right behind Big Top, and they stopped selling them at 6 o'clock.
Oh my goodness.
So I make magic again tomorrow. Fingers crossed.
I'm crossing my fingers.
Fingers crossed.
No, I love it. I love it that they brought that to Disney World as well, because you don't have the ride anymore. So it's really cool. And I'm really hoping to score one because they're amazing. It's one of my favorite rides, because where else can you steal a car, drunk drive, go to jail, get ran over by a train, go to hell, and come out the other side and live to tell the tale?
There you go.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even show up on your record.
Yep. You said a wordy word.
Did I? Maybe.
Yeah. It's okay. It was fast, and you said your rosary this morning, so maybe you're good.
Have to do another one. Have to do another decade tonight.
But as the day went on, here's a guest, and I see a couple, and I'm like, one per guest. Well, okay. I'm like, all right, but
I really think they should link that to your My Disney Experience or something.
thank you.
I mean, it's terrible at Disneyland. It's terrible at Disney World. It's come on. When you see somebody with them around their necks, around their arms, come on.
Yep.
And then I know when the Thanos, I think I gave mine to actually VP, but the Thanos Sipper Cup from 2018 was only at Disneyland, only at Disney California Adventure, only at one quick service.
Wow.
And it would sell out every day. And anyway, I went there the last day. I got one. And people were in line with all their kids, kids in strollers, babies, infants. And they were able to buy one, for each person and then get right back in line.
Hi, good dog.
Bye.
Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. Yeah, and the guests will follow the rules as long as the rules are laid out. And I agree with you. Hook it up to the My Disney Experience. Hook it up to the Magic Band. When you get your card that gets you in, all your information's on the card. You want to scan that and go get a bucket or whatever it is. Now wait a second. They did it for giveaways because they were doing it for the magnets, the annual pass holder magnets.
Oh, right. They already have it in place.
And those were free. So why can't they do it for this?
Well, I know a lot of times, I don't know if it's still like this, but when new pins would come out, new limited edition pins, you were only allowed to buy so many or whatever. And there would be people just buying them, 10 minutes later, go back in, buy, and then sell them, So link it.
Yep. Okay,
yeah,
so
you're right. They already have the ability.
Sure they do. All right, so all right, Jess is like, I'm not ready yet. So
I am really impressed that you have people. You have Jess, who's amazing. Chris the Disney Baker is no small stuff here. It's he's got
you. You got people.
I'm nobody special, thanks.
You're amazing.
Yes, you are.
You're a wizard of technology.
Okay. Well, and if anyone doesn't know, Jess loves Eeyore.
Aww.
I'm nobody special. Yes, she is. Don't let her kid you. No.
Eeyore is my spirit animal.
Yeah,
I love Eeyore. I love Eeyore in that Christopher Robin movie too. Oh my gosh, he's hilarious. Like, so great.
You know, when we talk about sharing the magic, you know, there's look at the fun things that you guys just did. You know, it's I'm not there yet with what you guys are doing, and you're making those shorts, and they make me laugh.
Who's doing this?
You and your kids.
Oh,
Yeah, and
it's so silly, but
you don't embarrass your kids, do you?
it depends
Right?
on who you're talking to. The boys think I'm hilarious, and they look at me like I'm curing cancer. Like, Mommy, look at you. You're doing so much, cool stuff. The girls are like, don't tag me.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. And I will tell you, VP is 100% on this. It would
Well,
be
I
hard
need
to
VP.
watch.
VP used to like help me. And VP, I do want you to know I have still never used my gimbal. I'm literally about to throw it against the wall. I attempted to try and use it the other day. It's crazy. It has a mind of its own. And it's very difficult.
Wait a
And I
minute.
need VP.
Wait a minute. You said that like 5-6 months ago.
No, I said that like a year ago.
Yeah.
I cannot figure it out. I
Oh my
need,
goodness.
like, if VP is so instructive and so soothing, and I try and watch these YouTube videos and they just like, it's like they're speaking a foreign language. I just don't get. No, I was literally trying to use it at the haunted house I went to on Sunday. And I was like, forget it. Taylor, just hold it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm about to throw it in the garbage. I swear
No.
to goodness.
Which one do you have?
I don't know.
Is it gray or black?
It's gray. And I think I should have kept the one that I didn't consult with VP before I returned it. It was like a little one, and it had a little VP. Tell him which one I have. I should have kept that one. Anyway, I need him. Yeah. Don't
You know
know
who I reached out to?
who.
VP. I said, which gimbal do I get?
He's amazing. Well, I got the
And-
one he told me to get. I just can't figure it out.
But he'll tell you, did I listen to him?
Oh, what'd you do? Did you get the black one?
I bought the next one up, thinking it would be the better one. No.
Wasting
And
money.
I took it back, and I got the one he told me to get.
Yeah, VP is the go-to.
Yeah.
So.
And he was very helpful. Very helpful.
Amazing.
You know. But it's one of those things. It's trial and error. It's something that you gotta
Well,
play with.
can you use? Well,
You got to play with it. You just take it out, put your phone on it, and just play with it.
right. Okay.
No?
I've been asked that a lot, but all right.
I am so not getting that.
Okay, children, put your fingers in your ears.
I didn't say anything.
Well, I will tell you, I think I've been live with my gimbal, and I've seen Steve live with his, and Jeff live with his, and at Mouse Talk live with theirs, and and next thing you know, it just goes sideways. So you're not the only one. It goes Jabberwocky on everybody.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's placement. It's placement. Because I've got the iPhone. It's heavy, but it's sometimes special placement. If you move it too fast, it'll just go. And then sometimes when it does go, it locks, and then you're trying to reset it, and then you forget you have to twist it to unlock it. Hey, Taylor.
Hi, Taylor. I was telling him how I can't, and she's like, I can't believe you haven't figured that out yet. The gimbal is like possessed. Am I right? Like it just has a mind of its own. Like it'll just, you think you're fine. And like you said, it'll just.
Sometimes. Is a gimbal like a VCR to you?
Worse. I can actually run a VCR.
But does it still blink 12 o'clock?
My coffee pot does.
Funny.
That is very advanced knowledge that I just ain't nobody got time for that. I just, you know.
That's just too funny. You know, my son, we had an opportunity. He hung out with Gonzo and I, and we
Oh
took
my
him in.
goodness.
We took
What
him in
a
the Club
trio.
Cool, and as soon as I went in Club Cool, I literally I had to turn on my camera, and I tricked him into drinking Beverly. I
Oh
said,
my
"Look, Adam."
goodness.
I said, "Look at this." I said, "Look at that name." He goes, "Beverly." He goes, "What drink is called Beverly from Italy?" I said, "Oh, you should try it." And I did a little short on it on Instagram. And it's hilarious.
Oh, I'm going to have to go back and see it.
And I added a song by Justin Bieber called "Yummy Yummy." And his look, but then he also did a dance move when we got off, or before we got on Guardians, and when we got off Guardians, he was dressed up in his '70s outfit. So look for that. That
Oh
one's
my
coming.
goodness. I
That
love
one's
that.
coming. It is.
I love that.
It's great. But
Talking
again,
about shorts, I just want to mention Taylor. Taylor is killing it on the TikTok and the shorts. Please go check her out. Taylor Made Magic. She cracks
there
me
you
up.
go.
She has some
check her out.
super funny ones. Super funny.
And Taylor loves her dolls, but she loves her pins too.
Yes. Yeah. She's pintastic.
She's pintastic. I like that.
Yeah.
Hey, Space Mountain Dave, welcome. How are you?
Hey, Dave.
So Jonathan said, you tricked VP. That's awesome. Oh, not V. Oh, am I reading somebody else's message? Jonathan said, I tricked VP. No, actually, I tricked my son. But maybe he's talking about somebody else.
Yeah, the Beverly, and you know what's funny? Because it hits different to different people. Like some people can just drink it and like their taste buds just are like burnt or something. I don't know.
Well,
It's yucky.
It's like those new plushy things that smell like ice cream and stuff that they're selling at Disney. That's once you smell 3 of them, forget about it because your senses are gone.
Yeah, I never liked this. Oh, I mean, like strawberry shortcake, I liked, but like when that stuff smells like pizza, like no, thank you. It smells like those 99-cent Totinos or something. It's ew.
The beignet ears smell so good.
Oh wow.
Oh, they smell so good.
I wonder if you put those on as a woman, they would be like attracting men because all the men would be smelling this.
Yeah. The salted pretzel ears smelled like salted pretzel. I'm sure if you have a pet, you would have to hide them. Most definitely.
Yes.
So, Jess, am I ready?
Oh my goodness. Taylor, are you still here? Because we're going to see the Christmas stuff. I'm so excited.
All right, I'm going to pull it up. Nope. Jess.
Hold on.
Okay.
I love the voice from beyond.
Are we going Shop Disney?
In a minute when my computer stops lagging.
Okay. All right. Well, while her computer's lagging, let me turn around real quick and grab one of my latest, and I can go ahead and switch. I can go ahead and put this on stream, and we're gonna add that.
Aww.
I didn't, but this is one of my latest pin boards.
And it's all Christmas.
It's all Christmas.
Oh my goodness, I love it. Do you have a favorite?
For this one, yeah, it's that one.
Oh, that's so cool.
Walt's Lodge. That was the one from
I
last
love
year.
that.
This was the one from last year. But I got these limited editions from Caribbean Beach, the Polynesian.
I love that they do that at Walt Disney World. Well, they do it at all Disney resorts, but it's so cool to get each pin. And you're DVC, so
Yep.
you can get them as you. Do you get them if you stay there, or you just get the ones you
No,
like,
you
or you
can-
like to complete it?
Yeah, you can go in and purchase them.
I mean, you personally, do you only get them if you stay there, like during
No,
Christmas?
I'll go after them.
Okay,
I'll go like this one here. I love that one.
That is
it's
so
a letter.
cute.
It's a letter to Santa,
Aww.
and I bought an extra one of those and gave one to Gonzo last year.
Oh, I love that.
He loves that. And I've got some limited editions on here, so
They
but
really do some nice ones. Especially, I love those resort ones. So cool.
What up? What up?
all right.
Hey, VP.
What is good?
What's happening, VP?
Figured I'd busted my hump at work all day today, and you were still on, so wanted to come surprise you and say, hey.
Hey.
What up, chat?
So good to see you, VP.
So VP, I'm not wrong, right? If it wasn't for people helping me and teaching me, you all wouldn't hear me.
We probably wouldn't even see you.
See-
But that's what makes it even better, because at the end of the day, like you guys were talking about earlier, we have met so many people from doing this that we didn't expect to. And so if it wasn't for this, meeting people and doing things, that, we're doing things that we've never done before. We're meeting people that we never would have met that has made life even better. So, I mean, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, it really is. I love that.
You guys were talking about collectibles earlier. I wanted to share one.
Ooh. Here we go. Oh.
Wow.
So this is Mickey Mouse, the Brave Little Tailor. This is from a brand new card game that's not out yet. This is a promo card. Our friends, What It Do Twinsies from the West Coast, was able to get this for me when they went to D23.
Wow.
So cool.
So I'm very thankful for them for this. Ed from the Viper Project, he's actually the one that told me about that game because I'm into Pokemon and stuff like that. And this game is going to be just like Pokemon. Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, all of that. It's going to be just like that. It's made by Ravensburger, who makes a lot of the Disney board games.
Oh, yeah.
And so they're making the card game. So I expect that this game is going to be huge. As you can tell, I'm holding it very carefully, unlike Baker writing on collectibles. Would you like to guess what people are paying for this right now?
I can't even imagine. $100.
All right, Baker.
$250.
The last one that I saw sold was over $600.
If that goes missing, VP, I don't know any redheads that would.
Wow.
Just take
And
that.
so I'm even more thankful for them getting it for me. And I got it hand delivered. The twins came over here on their very first solo trip. For those of you that don't know What It Do Twinsies, most of you will know their parents, Carla and Kiko, from Carla and Kiko Adventures. Another great channel, great family. So very thankful to them just to have that. When I saw your envelope, I was literally laughing here like, oh.
No, I sort of died a little inside.
Like you were like, oh, it has the envelope. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And he turns around. I'm like,
What?
did a 2-year-old get a hold of this? Like, what the heck happened?
Yeah. Yeah, we won't talk about that much.
Hopefully you get the bucket tomorrow. I don't know if you saw in chat. I was fortunate enough to wake up to somebody messaging me because they know that I can't get out to the parks very often anymore. And they were like, hey, were you trying to get one? And I was like, yeah. And they were like, hey, I'm still here. I can pick it up for you. I was like, oh, thank you. Just to be thought of like that. And
Yeah,
we're gonna be
sure.
we're gonna be out, not at the parks, but we'll be out near Disney this week. I know Friday night, if anyone is in town or trying to go, We'll be Friday night. We'll be at Epcot for the Boys to Men concert.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. I know. I know Yachty and Danielle from Mickey's Girls and Alyssa. They're all going to be down here Sunday, I think. But I'm only there Friday and Saturday. Saturday we're just doing a resort day. We're relaxing.
Oh, that's so cool.
Even though I'll still be working. I'll be working in the morning and then relaxing.
Friday we're
I
going to
love
see
it.
Fantasmic. We're taking the whole
Nice.
family to see Fantasmic. Mom and dad, my
Cool.
sister, my son.
Saturday we're going to try to get up into the villain's lair. So I don't know. We don't know how that works. I haven't heard anybody say how
You have to call DVC to get it.
You do? Mm-hmm. Okay.
At least that's when it started. That's what you had to do. You actually had to call to book it.
All right. I'll
So
tell
try
our-
that.
I'll tell our friends.
That's exciting. That is so.
Yes.
I just, I'm gonna just get to Florida and with a cardboard box. Can I just stay in your parking spot, VP?
There's a couch here. We don't have a spare room anymore. It's called the Disney room now.
Oh yes,
You know,
how's the collectibles?
that's all Arlene's room.
I love it.
The newest stuff that I have hung up in my little office space here is the Magic Kingdom 50th and Epcot 40th posters and commemorative maps. Those are on frames hung up above me here.
Did you see me put this one out?
I didn't see yours. I had some friends that were in town. You guys know them in chat, Mike Wazowski and Wendy Darling. So I was hanging out with them, and I saw their poster because they went while they were down here.
That's really nice. Really nice little.
I think stuff like
Festival.
that's really cool. A little added
It
touch.
is. It is.
It's not, it doesn't cost them a lot to do that, but that you put it in a simple frame. It doesn't even need to be one of these elaborate gold leaf things that Chris makes.
No,
But
just right.
you can go to Walmart and get a nice little $5, $6, $10 frame and throw it in.
And
there,
it looks
it's cool.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a nice job.
If I wasn't so short, I would take one down and show you how she did it. But
So I was going through a box of stuff my dad had given me when he used to fly all the time,
oh, that's cool.
and
It's
these
Delta
are
wings.
junior stewardesses Delta wings.
Junior
Oh, that's
stewardess.
cool.
Junior stewardess. And I was like, next time I saw VP and on a live, I figured I'd show that to him because I know your wife
That's
works
cool.
really hard at what she does, and I don't even know if they make these anymore. These are
Well, they
super
used to
old.
let kids go in with and see the cockpit with the pilot.
And you used to get plastic wings.
Yeah, little plastic ones. Yeah.
When I was younger, I flew all the time because I was originally from Portland, Oregon, and I moved to Miami when I was 8. And so I would go back and forth to visit my dad, and every time I flew, I was an unaccompanied minor. And I would always get to go. They would always take me up to the cockpit, and I would always get the plastic wings, and that was so cool. And it sucks that
Really
there's so
cool.
many things that kids nowadays can't experience. They can't experience going into the cockpit. They can't experience
Right.
riding in the front of the monorail.
True.
Kids used to get the little it was either a button or a certificate. It was like the monorail pilot of the day or whatever it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's cool.
But that's cool. So we were talking earlier. Have you had the opportunity, VP, to be at the park Magic Kingdom on the 31st and then go November 1st?
Yes, I think
And-
it's really cool. I think I even like looking up the video online later because Disney records themselves doing it, and it's really cool to be there on the 31st, or even if it's not the 31st, even if you're there like the 30th and you go like the 1st or the 2nd, it's cool to see it where most of the decorations are up. A lot of people get confused. They're like, but everything's not up. No, it's just the first part of it.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, they put the tree and some of the things, but I remember we went and
They
around
didn't put
that
the tree
time.
for yet.
Oh,
The
no?
tree went
Yeah.
up last night.
Okay. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
it didn't go up on the night of the 31st, so some people were nervous about that. But the first day of Christmas, if I'm not mistaken, isn't it like the 6th or the 8th?
I think so.
Like the actual official?
Mm-hmm.
It's something like that.
Yeah.
But it is cool to see how the wreaths and everything change from the Mickey and the Cinderella carriage
Yeah.
to the Christmas ones. I will personally say, even though I like Christmas better than Halloween, I am not a fan of the 50th Christmas wreaths. They're very drab. Like it's green, and then you have gold, like ribbons and stuff, and other gold stuff in it, and that combination just doesn't pop. You
The
need
pin,
Yeah.
you need
the pin
other
turned out better.
colors.
The pin turned out better,
Oh yeah, see, because they have reds in there.
Red, yeah.
and they have an
Yeah.
ornament hanging from each circle.
Did you
And
guys talk about
cardinal.
or see the? Because I know you were showing your
Oh, sorry.
pins. I know you were showing your pins of the resorts there
Yes,
from last year. Did you see the ones for this year yet?
I have not.
So they kept the tradition of the pin opening, but if I'm not mistaken, it looks like it's a hold that pin back up, Chris.
This one?
Yep. So the ornament in the middle,
Oh, okay.
they're shaped like that.
Oh,
Oh, that's
like
kind
the
of cool.
the
Yeah.
hand glass blown ornaments.
Yeah, so it's that kind of shape.
Nice.
And so the outside is not as plain as those round ones. The outside looks like the colors and maybe part of the outfit of a character.
Oh, that's so cute.
And then you open it up and it has the characters inside and says what resort.
That's cool. That's very cool.
If there wasn't so many Disney resorts, that might be a series I would collect.
Yeah.
But every year you're buying like 30 pins.
And
Right.
honestly, they always, some of them always end up at the character warehouse.
Let's be real, most of them do.
Yeah. So if I know I'm going to be able to get it at like 70% off, I'll
Yeah.
just wait. And I would probably grab the ones you just couldn't live without. But other than that, they'll be
Yeah,
cheap.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I had to cut back a lot, but it's cool. Those are I think that's another cool thing that they do every year is those Christmas pins.
I love that. I really do.
Now let's see. See if I can figure out how to do this. I was just all right. So I was just cruising real quick on the Bradford Exchange.
Wizard, could you make VP big? Yeah, thank you.
It's hard to see there.
Those are so cool.
So it has the name up to. So this is one of them.
Wow.
This one spins is what it is.
What?
It doesn't open.
Oh.
It spins.
Those are gorgeous.
So I was wrong. But it has that shape that I was telling you before.
Well, I love that they're always interactive. They either open or that spins. I mean, they're really nice.
Well, if you go on the Bradford Exchange, they have Disney Dazzling Dream Illuminated Glass Ornament Collection.
Cool.
And
Is this something you can share, or we just have to imagine what it looks like?
We're all imagining it in our mind.
I'm trying.
It's like
I'm
we're all gonna think something different.
Yeah. Yeah, if I knew how to do that. Oh, wait a minute. Present? Share screen. Oh, there we go. Share screen. And it's going to ask me which screen. Oh, I gotcha.
Wizard. Yes.
Can we summon it? Yes, we can. The Christmas countdown pin.
That is one I always pick up. I
It's
love it.
Baymax this year.
There it is.
Oh,
No,
it's
Baymax. Those are
Baymax,
nice.
like my favorite.
They're so pretty.
Those are so pretty.
Yep.
Now, are these sold at Bradford? It's not sold at Disney,
Yes,
or
that's
Okay.
Bradford Exchange, but still, I mean,
Yeah.
oh, look at that.
those are really cool. They really
So
are.
pretty.
I'm sort of a, I don't know how to say this. I'm sort of a
Nostalgic?
merchandise snob. I like things that are park exclusive.
It's funny because they're making some of the Funko Pops, right? With Mickey. So the Mickey with the castle, Mickey with Tower of Terror. And so they have them both park exclusive and non-park exclusive. And the difference is Mickey. So Mickey is park exclusive. He's all gold or gold
Okay.
and silver. Whereas when he's not, he is in the whatever outfit. So like for the Tower of Terror, he's in the bellhop outfit.
Oh, that's so cute,
And so
though.
he's in the normal burgundy bellhop outfit, and then otherwise it's gold like that.
There we go. And he's gold.
That's so cool.
So Chris,
Yes.
that's 2 park icons now, Castle and Tower of Terror. Are we gonna get Mickey with the tree and Mickey with Spaceship Earth?
I hope so.
That would be awesome.
I hope so.
I
Because see, I have the Space Mountain, but my Space Mountain is the Amazon Space Mountain.
yeah,
not the Park
well,
Space Mountain.
no, I mean, well, let's be real. That's not a park icon.
Right.
It's a nice one.
No. But right.
But that they
if
did
you're
that
gonna do all
small.
4 parks.
They did it small too. So we have the castle, we have, the
The castle with the bent turret.
yes,
I'm
now
sitting here
Tower of
looking at it.
Terror. But I'm thinking like all 4 icons that they used for
Yeah,
the
yeah.
50th, for that they did the iridescent, shows on. Now we need
That is,
Spaceship Earth, and we need
yeah.
Yes.
the tree. I think that would be really dope. Have they ever? I don't think I've ever seen a Spaceship Earth Funko Pop.
I agree, Yadi. I would sort of like to see the regular outfit.
So that's just the way for you to buy more. So Arlene's like Yachty. Arlene likes the regular outfit. So I have the park exclusive castle and the park exclusive Tower of Terror right over here. In Arlene's office, she has the normal castle where he's in just the Mickey's in the 50th outfit.
Yeah.
And then and then we're getting the regular Tower of Terror that has him in the regular bellhop. So
I love it.
She's just like Yachty in the sense that she likes it like that too.
Yes, Kenneth, that's correct.
Those 4
Those were
ornaments
beautiful.
were $80.
$80.
80 each.
No, it's a
no.
box of 4.
Box of
You
4.
hold on. If that was sold at Disney, yes,
Oh.
easily.
Okay.
You're probably $120.
Yeah. But I don't like, I feel like park exclusive doesn't even matter anymore because they sell it all online on Shop Disney. So
I'm
like
with you.
it's lost its love for me. Like I used to be like, yes, you could only get it at the park, and no. So it's kind of lost its allure for me a little bit.
No,
If you can just be sitting in
It's
your
lost it a
house
lot.
in Des Moines and buy
Arizona.
park exclusive, right? What's it mean? It means nothing.
I'm with you on that. They definitely lost it, especially like when they started selling the limited edition lightsabers that you could only get in the parks. Now they're selling them online.
Or limited edition pins that were for like, an anniversary of a ride or a park or something. If I can just sit in Arizona and buy it, it means nothing.
Now I will say this. if because I understand there's so much merch or whatever that maybe they ordered too much, or maybe people aren't buying enough, which definitely, if you look at the parks, that definitely doesn't feel that way.
Right.
I think maybe a happy median would be park exclusive for 6 months.
Oh, yeah.
And then depending on whatever's left over, okay, now we're going to offer it online. And then whatever's left over, now it goes to the outlet.
That's a great idea. Disney, hire him. Hire BP.
You know, make everybody happy, because for the ones who got to have it now, well, you need a ticket or know someone.
That's right, Jonathan.
You know, so at the end of Disney stores in the last year before
Yeah,
closing,
Disney stores were getting
Yep.
park exclusive merchandise, and not like we had a Disney store here that was like a outlet, and they would get like Character Warehouse stuff. But at the end of the Disney stores, they were actually getting like new park items in the stores.
You know, I've never seen in a store, and somebody posted a picture in one of the Facebook groups that had the Merida Castle Collection pin in an outlet for $11. I was like, what?
I need that.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, okay, please make this make sense. Like you're not even putting in Cast Connection for Cast to buy.
Right.
You know, I don't know.
There was a special thrill about either, when I lived in Florida, about knowing that like a pin was going to be released and you had to be there and getting there early and standing in line. I mean, there was just a thrill of it. Or even like when you're on vacation and like something's released while you're there, there's something so cool about it. So Disney, bring that back.
It's magic. It's part of the magic.
It is. It is part of the magic.
I mean, we won't get off topic and start going about how the magic isn't there.
No.
I'm gonna stay positive. Like, that's a very nice pin there, Chris.
That pin I got in a shadow box with 5 or 6 other Disney pins when I lived in Annapolis. When I took the shadow box apart because it needed to be worked on, I noticed that there was diamonds missing. And I don't know if you can see them. I can pretty much point them out. They're here, and there's another one. I can't see it that clear. Or maybe it's just the 2 of them. No, and one up here on the top. So there were 3 of them missing.
Is there one? It looks like there's 4 missing. What about on the right there?
1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's correct. Thank you. Yep. That's correct. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So as I took the shadow box apart,
I'm trying to see it. Like, what is happening?
Hold
No,
on.
I was wondering
Yeah.
if it had an anniversary on it. Is it an anniversary one? There we go.
it's not. But
Okay.
it is missing 4. And there's one on the top turret.
It's really a pretty pin.
It's a beautiful pin.
Oh, it's missing blue ones.
Well, that's
It's missing
just
sapphires.
that's just a reflection.
It really feels
sure?
like
Because those 4 on the
look
left,
at
a
those
look,
at the top.
50th
those
anniversary
4 on the
pin.
left look blue, Chris.
Those are blue, so I'm missing a blue one at the top, right?
No, you're
That's
missing
correct.
4 blues
That's right. No.
because they're all in
No.
the blue section, Chris.
Here, let's do it this way.
It really looks like a 50th anniversary pin
Let's go this way.
for Disneyland. What's it say on
So,
the back?
That's just it says 2008, and let's put it on here.
Chat, am I wrong in saying that all of those are in the blue section?
Yes, but I agree with you.
I think you're correct.
The top one should be blue, and then these 3.
I think
But
they
they
should be blue
didn't-
too, just like the
they
ones on
should
the other
be.
side.
Yeah.
They should be, but they weren't.
They were in the box.
They were in the bottom of the box.
Some E6000. There you go.
Look
Well,
at
you
that.
have one blue one there.
and there's only one blue one. The other three were shiny ones.
Really?
And,
Oh.
and I just haven't had a chance to put it back together yet.
So maybe the blue one is the single
The
one
very
at the
top
top,
one,
At the
and
very
then
top.
the three clear
But
ones.
that
on
is
the
a
other.
pretty pin. But
It is
see,
a
That
nice
is
pin.
really pretty. 2008, wasn't that the year of dreams? I'm pretty sure it was. 2005 was the 50th.
look at Tank.
of
Look at Tank
Disneyland.
flying around the top.
And then that
so
seems
pretty.
like the year of dreams to me.
No.
You know, when like you could win stuff in the park.
The million wishes or whatever.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Right.
We were that family. And we all got hats
That's cool.
and got to do a couple of cool things
But
with
I have
cast
my
members.
I have my super glue, but I'm gonna have to be really, really careful when I do that. I don't want to make a mess.
Chris, I must leave you. I am being summoned. Are you
Okay.
going to be okay without me?
Yes.
You're amazing.
Wizard
Hi,
Jess.
PP.
Hi.
Thanks, Jess. Everybody give Jess some love in chat, please. She's fantastic.
We love you.
And Kelly, the beautiful redhead. Mwah.
Aw. I love you. Never get your eyes checked.
Chat, we are not responsible
Yeah.
for what happens from this point forward.
There may be vertigo involved. There may be a lot of things. So be careful.
All right, you
Can you
guys.
believe I still
Thank,
can't?
thank you, Jess. I appreciate you. I'll talk with you later.
Yep.
You're
Love you
amazing.
guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
BB, can you believe I still can't work the gimbal?
You what?
Like at all. I can't work it.
Oh, your
I can't.
gimbal. I heard you talking about that earlier. Maybe it's broken like Yachty's was.
Maybe. Maybe it's me. I have no idea.
I mean,
Sad face.
Next time I see you, I'll bring it.
it's
I should have kept that other thing I had.
they're pretty much dummy proof, so I don't think it's you. Because Yachty used to tell me hers would wow wow, and I'm like,
It's
no,
possessed.
yeah, so it's probably broken.
That's my luck.
Yes,
be.
Kenneth, the stream goes up in flames.
Yes.
So
I'm still
Hey,
waiting to
Katie.
ride. I'm still waiting to ride Guardians with September. I've ridden it, I think, 13 times now and haven't gotten September.
that's
Awesome.
I don't know anyone that's ridden it that many times. Just you.
I know somebody who's ridden it like 30 times. I love
Does it
that
make you like feel funny at all?
So it did the very first time, and I figured out why. And that is because when you ride it the first time, you are trying to look around and look at everything.
Oh, yeah.
And so when you're looking at something, but your body and everything else is going another direction, you're going to get thrown out of whack. If you just look straight forward the whole time and just let the car move, and because it only spins full 360 one time. The other times it just kind of goes like this.
Oh, okay.
So if you're looking forward the whole time, you're fine. You don't, everything's good. They added a new effect, though, to the ride at the very
What is it?
beginning. They shine a bright light in your face at the very beginning to, like, trick your eyes into adjusting so the ride seems
cool.
darker than
I
it
like
is.
that idea.
That's cool.
So now the rest of the ride seems darker rather than you being able to. I haven't ridden it since they did it, but I saw a video yesterday or today that with this recent update. So maybe this weekend I'll get a chance to ride it.
Chris, where did you get this doll that looks like me in the morning?
So only in the mornings you look like you have jaundice?
Well, no, it's the hair. The hair looks like that in the morning.
So they have the new emos, and the new emo clothes fit the old trolls.
The old trolls. I love that.
This guy loves his troll.
I do.
Is that symbolic of what you do, Chris, behind the closed doors?
No, my hair doesn't. My hair never looks like that.
No, are you a troll?
Thank you, Kelly.
Oh. No.
You know
Good.
what I found out
Don't
about
troll
trolls?
people.
Trolls are not people you don't know.
No,
Okay? Like
trolls are
I think
people you know.
like when I started this thing called YouTube, I was a little worried about like people finding, my little channel and being like, "Wow, you're really ugly or fat or whatever." No, it's not strangers that troll you. It's people you know. I don't get bad comments on the channel, but I think they say it to other people. But anyway, I digress. I'm sorry. I just went somewhere.
Well,
Chris is
I'm
like,
sorry for being
where do I
awkward
go forward
and
from there?
I don't know.
weird.
I mean, it's. I thought you were talking trolls, and then I got it. I'm like, all right.
He's like,
Yes, there's
oh,
little crazy weird trolls that watch my channel.
the speed bumps finally, da-dum, and the lights went on. Chris, is that a plush cat or is that a robot cat?
That's plush.
Did you guys like that movie?
I did. I fell asleep.
Then you didn't like it.
It
was
was
tired.
it was just okay. Like I saw
I
it once.
agree.
I don't need to see it again.
I agree.
Um,
I can tell you I did not like the storyline change
No, I didn't either.
with Zurg.
So
What I
Because-
remember, I mean, I'd like them to come out with him as the messed up one. Because I thought the messed up one was cool.
I
But
mean, a lot of us will be able to relate to the messed up one.
Yep.
I didn't realize, because obviously Toy Story was so long ago, that they even changed the storyline of Buzz in Lightyear to what originally Toy Story was. And I don't want to give spoilers on
No.
here, but
Yeah.
well, if somebody hasn't seen it by now, come on, it's their own darn fault.
I agree with you, but
I mean, I'm rewatching She-Hulk already. I'm rewatching Loki already, and I haven't rewatched Lightyear.
yesterday, it's not Disney, but I rewatched Hunger Games yesterday.
Oh,
I've
how
rewatched
was
that many times.
seeing it so many years later?
Hold on, and when I mean rewatched Hunger Games yesterday, I mean all 4 movies.
Wow, go you!
I mean, I put it on. I work from home, so I put it on while I was working, but I finished it last night. I still love the movies.
I
It
didn't.
made me look at things differently now that I'm a little older, and go, oh, that's kind of like this.
I saw the first one and it made me feel weird in my soul. I don't know how to say that, but I didn't enjoy it. I didn't let my kids read the books. I didn't let them see the movies. And I just did not enjoy it. I know it was a thing and whatever. I just didn't enjoy it.
It could have been because it connected to you because of real life things. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
even though you may not catch it right off, but symbolically what the movie is showing us, we connect it obviously a lot quicker in our head, and we may not understand it, but it brings up that same emotional feeling connected to something else, and it's like, no. So, I mean, I understand that. We, it was Mylene and I watching it, and today we watched, to stay in that same genre, we watched Divergent today.
Oh. Had you seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Her and I were
That's
talking
so.
about
Is
it.
that the one where they show up in the pit or something, and then there's like this maze?
No, that's Maze Runner.
Oh, that one made me
But-
feel ew too. Oh.
So to your point, we were talking about this yesterday. We put Hunger Games, Divergent, and Maze Runner all in the same type of movie.
Yeah, I think
it's
so.
Not,
And
so it's not. I'm not surprised that made you feel the same way because it's very similar. So we were actually trying to watch Maze Runner, but we couldn't find anywhere on any of the streaming. Like I don't know, I have like 10 different streaming things, and we couldn't find anywhere to watch it except for Netflix in Germany. And she's like, Dad, turn this into German Netflix. And I'm like, I don't have a VPN, sorry.
Oh, can you rent it on
You can rent
Amazon?
it. Yeah, you can rent it on all of them, but I'm like, the one
Ain't
that I
nobody-
regret not buying, that's completely off topic from this, not buying when it first came out for 10 or 15 bucks, was Top Gun Maverick. I went and saw that movie 2 or 3 times in the theater, and I'm gonna buy it. I just don't know. I'm probably gonna go buy the physical copy. That way, I just have it. But I love that movie.
Oh my gosh, that means a lot to me coming from you. I haven't seen it yet. But everybody that I've talked to has said they loved it.
I went.
Did you
and
love
watched
the
it.
first one?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
the first one that came out in the 80s made me want to become a naval aviator, but I didn't have the body type to become a naval aviator. Even when I was younger, I was always plus 200 pounds and not, a lot of pilots are either short and thin or tall and thin, not short and pudgy. So I didn't.
Story of
pursue
my
that.
life.
But that's one thing that I always wanted to do. It was cool to see Val Kilmer in it. And yes, Jonathan, it definitely was. But that movie there, I think one thing that everyone is appreciating of it is it's probably one of the best sequels I've ever seen. Like, I put it up there with Back to the Future 2.
Me too, Yachty.
As Back to the Future being a great sequel, I put Top Gun Maverick right there with it. It's one of the best sequels I've ever seen. What's really, really amazing when you read stories and articles about it is that all of the jet scenes with all the actors, they actually had to learn how to fly the planes because the cameras in the jet with them, they're not using special effects. It's all practical. I don't want to say all, but probably 90% of it's
I love
practical
that.
effects.
There is something so fantastic, and I think that's why I like 80s and
Jonathan
90s
just said the
movies.
filming uses practical effects more like the original, and I think that's
There's
one.
something so real about the feel of it.
And
It is real. They're crashing cars or they're flying in
Yeah.
a jet or whatever. When you
And
see,
I think that's one reason this has really captured the audiences. Not only that, they did the storyline right. They didn't try to force things, Yeah, I was trying to find out, is it coming out? Because it's been out for a long time. Yeah. So I'm like, is it like on HBO yet or something? Can I please watch this? And you can only rent it. It's not available anywhere. The amount of money that movie has made is insane.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah.
So when was
that
your
up on
last
my list.
Disney movie that made you feel that way?
And this is probably unpopular opinion here, but I loved Encanto. I've watched it more times than I like to admit with no children in the room. I flippin' love that movie. I thought it was great. I didn't care for Raya. I haven't cared for most lately, but I really liked Encanto.
All right, so I'm gonna pull up a list here. Because I have honestly nothing off the top of my head, Chris.
Come on, don't you want to talk about Bruno?
No, I didn't. Arlene loved Encanto, and I think she connected to it a lot because she's Colombian. My son Mike loves the Bruno character, but
I love the music. I love the different characters. I really kind of connect with both Peppa because she has red hair and she's moody, and then the mom. the mom who like heals everybody with cooking and baking, and
Like-
I just love it. And I think Mirabelle's dad, you know, looks just like Chris, so obviously I love him. But no, I think it's a great Disney dad. Like we don't get a lot of really good dads, and
Well, he's right there.
he sticks
he's
up
right
for his
there.
daughter. You know what I mean? I was like,
But see,
very-
those were two
the
movies
movie-
back to back because Moana had a very strong father figure.
but she was a little bit of a piece of work.
She was.
You know
Well,
what I
I
mean?
mean,
No,
that's-
he was.
He
was a
was.
piece of work.
Oh yeah, sure he was.
But the two dads, the little boy's dad that's married to Peppa, I forget his name. He's a really good dad too. I feel like the dads in, I'm going to say it wrong. I say it like a white girl. Encanto is it's real. It's a good thing Dennis isn't in here because he would be correcting me. But
Aren't you white?
very translucent. I'm so white. It's so ridiculous. But good dads in it. I think it's you know, everybody can identify with somebody. You know, Taylor is definitely Isabella. Like she immediately loved her. You know, and all the other kids were like, that's her. That's Taylor right there. You know.
But see, Moana's one that it doesn't matter where it's at.
I
If
love
I
the
turn
music.
it on, I'll watch it. I'll just sit.
I
I'll sit
love
down.
the music. Other than that crab song, or whatever he is.
Yeah,
Shiny?
Oh, I
Shiny.
hate it. I hate it.
Shiny.
It's awkward and weird.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love Moana. But to answer your question, I went back and I looked at every movie released in order going back. And this is more so because of a personal reason, right? We all connect to movies differently or for one reason or
Are you
another.
going to say up because we're all going to cry?
No. It's actually live action Mulan.
I haven't seen that one yet.
And most people didn't like it. And
You know why? Because you're so cerebral.
so
VP
the
is a
main-
very cerebral person.
I will tell you right now, the only reason is because Mylene is Mulan. Right, point blank. So when I saw that movie and saw her overcoming things and doing things and succeeding, you know, it's her. You know,
I love that.
I see that in your daughter.
So for that, and then before that one, the next one that really comes to mind that was like, I'll tell you guys right here on live right now, I boo-hoo cried after the movie in my car. And my family was like, what is wrong with you? Was Onward.
I love Onward. I love Onward. I mean, I love Onward. It was released at such an awkward time. I mean, it was literally released right as the world shut down.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I boo-hooed too.
It didn't.
Matthew and Dylan identified so much as the brothers. They were crying.
Mike and Marcus I identified as the brothers, and it's so funny watching them because the older one is kind of like woo, and then the younger one's like, come on, doing the right thing, you know, and it's just kind of funny watching that
I'm gonna
dynamic.
cry.
And then you know, if you've lost a dad, if you're, you know, if you lost a dad and then you went and watched that, then you definitely tugged at the heartstrings on that one. So for me, those are the ones that
I love
that I really look at, and I'm like, okay, those are the movies. Those are the movies that no matter what, I will sit down and watch. You know, like going back to Mylene, she has her and her brother, they have a matching tattoos, and it's Mulan's sword.
Aww.
And then it has Mushu on it because Mike's like Mushu. And so on hers, Mushu, because she doesn't identify as Mushu, she identifies as Mulan. The sword is more in color, whereas on her brother, It's opposite. Mushu's in color and the sword's not.
Oh,
Nice.
that is so cool. I love that. I love that so much. Now I'm gonna watch. I like have been protesting the live action because there's no Shang. Like if there's not a hot dude, why am I watching it? And there's no Mushu. So I've
it is
sort of
completely different. So I on all remakes, and I implore you to do this, Kelly, and anyone
I don't
else
want
listening.
to. I want the real story.
Go into the movies nowadays with zero expectations and just to be entertained.
No.
And you will get more enjoyment out of
Yeah.
it, because
I know.
I did the same thing with y'all remember the movie came out a few years ago, Ready Player One?
Yeah.
So I didn't read, but I listened to the book before Ready Player One, and I went into watching the movie with all these expectations, and when only like 25% of them were fulfilled, I was like, this movie sucks. And I was like, but I love the book so much. Let me go back and watch the movie again without any expectations and just take it in as the movie. And I've watched that movie like 6 or 7 times now.
Oh.
Because I love 80s nostalgia, and the movie is packed with 80s nostalgia. So I love it.
Kenneth mentioned Coco, and
So did
I
Jonathan.
love Coco. I think I want to be Latina, really.
Well, I mean, in all
But-
fairness, you are in Arizona now again.
But
so-
no, I mean, I love Coco. I love Coco. And Dia los Muertos is such a beautiful holiday. It really is. It's sort of this combination of great Mexican, tradition from 4,000 years ago, combined with, the Catholic faith. And it is just so flippin', such a beautiful holiday. And then they did such a good job with it. I mean, who doesn't love Miguel? Like, you just love Miguel. And it's the music's great, the story's great. And I think Ernesto de la Cruz is totally an underrated villain. Like, he's one of the worst people ever. I mean, he
I agree
was
with
going to
that.
sacrifice his grandson
I agree with that.
that he thought.
I enjoyed Coco. I didn't. It was
Oh
I
God,
enjoyed
I love it. I love it. But I think I've smelled the marigolds. I've seen the families in the cemeteries on November 1st, and gone to All Saints Day, and it's just so beautiful.
Yeah, see, so you have a personal connection to
But
it.
they really did
Growing
it
up-
so well.
Growing up in South Florida, I know nothing about that.
Kennedy and I just went to a great Dia los Muertos event, and they did it so well. They had these people from Mexico like going through each of the elements of the altar, and it was just so beautiful. They had the dancing and the music and the food, and it was awesome. So anyway, I love Coco, Kenneth. But onward. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It's on Disney Plus.
Go to Disney Plus and watch it. I'm gonna have to watch
Yes.
Coco.
I'll be
again
right
instead,
back.
But now we're front and center.
No,
Sorry.
you're good.
I didn't realize my head was so big, but
Chat.
but
What other movies? Jonathan says the original Tron. Man, I haven't seen the
don't think
original
I've
Tron
ever
in
seen
so
it.
long. Really?
or I mean maybe 100 years ago, but probably should watch it. I think you have to watch it. Like, I think like people that go to Pandora and haven't seen the movie Avatar, like go see, watch the movie and then go. It like gives it a whole new level. So
for
I think
sure.
if you're going to ride Tron when it opens, definitely see that
Watch
movie.
both of the Trons.
It's so fun to hang out with you.
And I haven't been live in
We
a few
miss
weeks
you.
because we didn't do roundtable because of Halloween. So we'll be doing a roundtable this coming Monday. But I haven't been live on my own channel in a long time. I just work. That's why I try to make
but you're
special-
building for the future,
Oh, for sure. Just trying to make special guest appearances here and there.
Well, I'm glad you came in. Is it raining where you are, VP?
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's coming down.
Oh,
So-
let me see.
So we were talking.
I don't
Yeah,
hear
it's
it.
raining. So this is what I did. There it is, Kelly.
Oh, I love it so much. I mean, so beautiful. So beautiful. Next year I'm putting up an Enfrenda. And I want one of those. Where did you buy this? I know you said
Joanne Fabrics.
Oh, that is, I mean, look at that. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, you did way better than I did.
See how I
So
made like a
beautiful.
sad face on that side, and I made kind
Yes.
of a happy face on this side.
I also see how on that side your roof will not let any water in, but on the back side, yeah, see the it's all filled
Yeah.
in, but on the back
Yeah,
side
right
you
there.
got this gaping hole that is just gonna let water pour in.
Well, that's where Miguel's up there. That's his little room where he, plays his guitar.
Yeah.
That
And that was part of
Ventilation.
what Kelly said. She said, "There's so much," and I'm going to be humble because a friend of mine said, he said, "I watched a couple of your lives where you're baking." He goes, "Dude, you know so much about baking." I'm like, "You've known me for 35 years." He's like, "Yeah, but," and I think you said the same thing, VP. He said, "You while you're working, you talk about other things while you're working." And Kelly said the same thing today. That's why I love doing that.
that's
awesome.
where the gift you've been given that other people complain about,
Yes.
you excel.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Because, I mean, I love to bake. I've always baked. It was one of my passions when I was young, and I still love to bake. But I'm like, a mom baker. You know what I mean? But, I mean, so I've learned so much from you that's going to up my game.
Well, and that's why I want to do it.
We still have to have our chocolate chip cookie cook-off.
I'll tell you what I wish for, chat. I wish that the guy right above me will take over the head pastry chef position at Disney, so we can get some decent cupcakes and not that
Yeah.
crap we have now.
Cupcakes they're pretty, but they're
Trash.
trash.
I'm sorry, but I bought a brownie the other day. It was supposed to be a brownie with some chocolate, like chocolate candy, like chunks of M&M or chunks of chocolate. It was like 99% chunks of chocolate, and then just the brownie part, just so it would fit in a little.
Now, it sounds like you're complaining because that sounds like awesome.
Maybe if I just wanted chunks of chocolate, but I wanted a
Well,
brownie.
who doesn't?
It said brownie. It didn't say chunks of chocolate with a side of brownie. It said a brownie with some chocolate. I literally took 2 bites and threw the rest away.
That's a crime. That is a crime.
That's hard.
I love chocolate, and I was just like, there was no chew because there was no.
There
was no.
I love a brownie with chocolate chunks in it. I make those. I just made those for Halloween, and I decorate them like little owls. And but the problem is, like, they call my name. I ate 6 yesterday. 6.
Whatever
No,
you
I
don't
make
want
them
to
like
eat,
cupcakes.
put it in.
I'm like, I'm
put it
not
in
eating food today. I'm just eating them.
Put it in the 2-day box and ship it over here. I'll eat them.
I will do that because I'm just like, it's a problem.
Well, when it comes to something, but see, VP, you're talking about something you're purchasing on property,
Yeah.
and your expectations are here.
Well, my expectations now is that anything I buy that's not a caramel apple is going to be trash.
I feel like they don't bake them on site. I feel like they're baked somewhere else and just delivered, and they're kind of mass produced. So,
and I'm sure they are, but like, come on, we all know that
Yeah.
those brownies, while they look so appealing. Like, even though I know it's gonna suck, I still buy it so I could try it just because
Well,
I'm like,
sometimes
maybe
in the-
this one won't.
Yeah, the
You know which
cupcakes are
ones?
so pretty, but they're so bland. They're just
So,
like, okay, it's all frosting and not good
the ones
frosting.
that I find that normally are pretty good, or are decent at least, not pretty good, because the baker last year, or that was this year, wasn't it? Earlier this year in
Yeah,
Baltimore.
earlier this year.
Baker made some from scratch that was fantastic. I was like, I don't want to eat a Disney cupcake ever again. I need Baker to maybe Baker should like either take over Disney or take over Sprinkles or take over anyone who
Yeah,
makes
sprinkles for
cupcakes.
me. I
I
mean,
know,
it's
and
a
Pete,
bunch of
our
it's
friend Pete loves them, and I'm like, Pete, seriously, this is the kind of
they're just
cupcake.
hype. It's catfish, totally. It's just like no, okay.
But
Well,
I
here's
think
where they get you, and I'll tell you, and I've had sprinkles, okay, and I've had the ones over the confectionery, and Pete's right when he says get them first thing in the morning, but when you have to, if you're making cupcakes for your kids' kindergarten class, okay, that's different than making them for 500 college kids. So your process is I don't want to run out, so I'm going to make more. Well, then when I have too many, what am I going to do with them? So then you have to adjust your process to, all right, well, I want to make them, and I want to make sure they're a 3-day cupcake.
can I just say something real quick about that?
Yeah.
Please do.
Pre-pandemic, Chris, I would 100% agree with your statement. But what do we have right now that doesn't work? But what do we have right now? We have a park pass system. So they know exactly how many freaking people are going to be there.
This is
They don't
true.
have any more complaints.
That's true.
They should be able to manage it pretty well. And if they can't, then guess what? Get somebody else that can manage it.
Can.
Well, that's how we were sold as cast members when this thing was happening, and as this reservation system. Oh, it's going to be so fantastic because Disney will be able to know how many employees to have, how much food to have, how many of this to have, how many each day they're going to know.
Yeah. Well, so
It's going to be amazing.
3 weeks ago now, we were there on a Saturday night in Magic Kingdom, and they played an announcement. I think I've only heard maybe twice before in all the times going to Disney, and that was a half hour before fireworks. They said they played the announcement. Main Street is nearing capacity. Please find an alternate location to view the fireworks. This was 3 weeks ago on a Saturday night. Not a special holiday, not anything.
Oh,
And-
I don't think they're less than 100% capacity.
No,
I
they
think-
definitely
yeah.
aren't. But I'm just saying that I haven't heard that maybe twice before ever. And like, I think the only, matter of fact, I think the only time I heard that recently that I can think of was the very first night of Enchantment. Other than that, I don't think I've ever heard that announcement. And this was
Wow.
a regular Saturday night. So we were in the back, and we were with our friends from Central Florida Novelty and Gifts, Josh and Amy, and there were so many people behind the castle there just standing because there was no other place to go. And I was even asked them, I'm like, when was the last time you've seen this many people in the back during fireworks?
Wow.
They were like, I can't remember. And I'm like, this is insane. So we found a table that had an umbrella,
Good.
and we just sat down, and because I'll be honest with you guys, I was not a happy camper that day. Like you couldn't walk without somebody bumping into you, and it was really getting to me because at times it was like you really didn't need to bump into me. You could have been patient and just waited a second.
Right.
But or heaven forbid you say I'm sorry or excuse me as you do it. It was just so many people, so I was like, let's just sit down and relax. Let's get an ice cream and sit down. So
That's always a good idea.
when the fireworks came, like I enjoy people watching. There were so many people, I couldn't people watch. It was too much going on. when the fireworks came, I asked the janitorial staff that was standing next to me. I was like, "Hey, can we put the umbrella down?" I was like, "We'll put it back up." They're like, "Oh no, you'll help us by putting it down." So yeah, go ahead. So we put the umbrella down and watched the fireworks sitting down at the table.
That's nice.
They're a lot louder back there.
Yeah, yeah. That's one reason I like being back there. You miss the projections and stuff, but I love fireworks. I love the bang of them. So
Well,
we'll
you
see.
you get the double bang because you hear them being launched,
Yes.
and then you hear them exploding.
Yeah.
That's
It's
awesome.
it's pretty cool.
So
Do you
I had the
guys?
opportunity to give Halloween candy out
Oh yeah.
this year, and
Were
I
you back there?
I'd never done it. And I will tell you, I did it at Philhar Magic, and
Okay.
we had 2 giveaway containers at the beginning and 2 at the exit, and it was amazing how much candy I gave out.
Oh, I'm sure. Now, question, because I've heard this as a complaint recently, and that is, no matter what station you go to, it's all the same candy,
Correct?
and
It used to be different. I mean, at Disneyland, it was different.
no, at Disney World it used to be different too. And then so they showed me what candy they got, and I was like, And so my question is this: do you think that it was either luck of the draw that night, and that's just the kind of candy they had because of, shipping delays or what have you, or do you think that the Mars partnership is affecting what they're doing?
I will tell you from a baker's perspective, it's probably one of the best food deals they made to merge with Mars because of the amount of chocolate that Disney
Oh, no doubt.
company uses. And if you're looking at the scale, it was Hershey, Mars, and Disney were like this. And then there's Berry Callebaut, which is the next best chocolate. Hershey, I think, is now working with Berry Callebaut, and M&M Mars is working with Disney. So we're probably the number 1 purchaser of chocolate. That being said, if you are, wouldn't you want to make a deal and say, "Hey, we'll make all your Halloween candy"?
No. I'm not saying
No, I mean, and
not, but
Disney
I'm
has a
just saying,
tradition of things like that.
I
where-
think that that's what it is. I'm just saying that I think
Is it
that,
out there like that? Do people
No.
everyday knowledge? No.
but
I
I
would-
think
I'd
that
say it is.
I think instead of having a mix, I think that it would make it more interesting for people.
like,
Over here is the Snickers. Over here is the Twix. Not just a mix of everybody in it. Because then
yeah.
what's the
So then
fun
you
of
feel
that?
like, oh, we want to go get the Reese. I don't know if they
I
make
want
that.
the Reese's,
Over
so I
there.
gotta go over here.
Yeah, yeah. I know when we went to the Halloween party at Disneyland a few years ago, they didn't have normal chocolate like that. It was really cool, like European chocolate. And it was awesome. And it was different at each place. So if you went to New Orleans Square, it was different than what you would get because it
Oh,
used
that's
to be
cool.
at Disneyland, not DCA. But it was really cool because it was things that you couldn't just go buy at your grocery store. So.
Now that you say that, that would be really dope if on Halloween they did that at Epcot.
Yes. So Disney, hire him. Hire him.
Each country,
He's the idea man.
each country has a
Yes.
chocolate from their country that they pass out.
Yes.
That would be dope.
That would be so cool. German chocolate, Mexican chocolate.
Sure.
I mean, Mexican chocolate. Yes.
Yeah. Jonathan said, is talking about reminder of the handles. I'm keeping the same name, so you'll be able to find me at Adventures with VP.
Me too. They did. They sent it. Did they send it to you a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
Mine is the Mickey Bunch. They did capitalize the T, the M, and the B. So.
But for everyone else who doesn't create, who just has an account, you'll be able to pick your handle that you want. So like Jonathan was saying, pick the one you want before the good ones are taken.
Am I lost again?
You know,
YouTube is.
I think we could have changed ours.
YouTube's finding a way for you to be able to message other, I'll just say content creators, but people on YouTube. And so you'll be able to receive messages like Jonathan can message at the Disney Baker or at Adventures with VP, and you'll be able to get messages that
So it'll
way.
be kind of be similar to Instagram or TikTok or Facebook or
Right.
whatever. So you can just at them, and so
Yep.
it's kind of cool. So yeah, slide in their DM.
The thing, it's kind of like sliding the DMs. The thing that I'm a little leery about, and this goes to Mr. Paranoid over here about certain things, is YouTube is 13 and older, right?
Yeah.
And so and I haven't looked up handles, so I don't know. Maybe you have to be 18 or older. But how is this going to be monitored in the sense of child safety? Because we all know that we've dealt with, I'll just say creepos is the easiest word that I can think of right now. And I know other creators, especially female creators, who have received messages and all kinds of stuff already. What I don't know.
Yeah,
enough about it to
there's a
speak
gray
more about
area
it,
because,
but,
like,
know.
you wouldn't want to be talking to, have a 13-year-old girl or whatever messaging either one of you.
No.
You know what I mean? That
Right.
would be like putting yourself in a position that you may not want to be in. Right. So yeah, I didn't think about that. You look at you coming through with all those. See, I told you he's cerebral.
Jonathan.
Another
says,
cerebral man is Chris at Family Adventures.
What up, Chris? Welcome in. Jonathan says we're going to get random messages thrown at us now. For real. And
okay, Jonathan, I'm sorry about all the messages.
Some of those messages are probably going to be very unwanted depending on the situation. I'm just saying.
Can you add pictures? I really hope not.
Oh, if they add pictures, I apologize to all the women in advance on YouTube's behalf. I hope you can.
Man, when I started an Instagram, it was nutty nut. I mean, I was getting more pickle pics than I imagined.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
That's what I'm glad I'm a man. Just saying it so I don't have to deal with that.
And the bad thing was Taylor was the one that was running the Instagram. So it was really her having to deal with it. And then, Mommy!
Here's one for you, VP.
Oh, no, I just read that. Kelly, quick question for you.
I'm in the muffin. Can I be a cupcake instead? Chris, I just want to,
No,
I
Kelly,
appreciate
because
being a
it's called
muffin, but I would
muffin
like
top.
to be a cupcake.
It's muffin top. Okay?
I have a muffin top.
Then you're in the right chat.
But I really want to be a cupcake. Anyway, go ahead.
How many of those buckets do you have?
She's talking to you. He's
I'm
talking
talking to you, Kelly.
What bucket? Oh, the McDonald's bucket?
Yeah.
I only have that one.
My daughter was like, what the hell?
Seriously, that's what Taylor and Kenneth said. They're like, "What the hell? What the?" I was like, "No, that's like my."
And I told her, I was like,
that.
no. I was like, everyone from at least 40 to probably 60 is probably all over these things.
No, I went the first day at breakfast. I literally took sick time off work because I started at 6 a.m.
But they didn't have the original lids.
I know, I was a little sad about the lids. Like, come on, McDonald's.
Come on.
But I'll tell you what, this was so much cooler than that stinking adult Happy Meal with the weird 4-eyed thing. I was like, what? That was where I was like, what the hell? This is frightening. Frightening. But you know what? We went and we got them. We didn't get the burglar guy, or we got the new guy. We got the bird, and we got the grimace guy, but we didn't get the one that Jalen actually wanted.
Okay.
So.
Okay. I should have looked them up, and I know I still have them because I have a box of them. in those buckets when they first came out, they had a Ronald McDonald, little guy, and you could change his costume.
What? Like a
They
Polly Pocket.
snapped over top, and he could be a ghost. He could be a ghost, a grimace ghost. He could be there were so many different ones that just snapped over top of him. I'll look them
I'm
up
sorry,
and send you
Katie.
pictures. I still have them.
Katie, see, stuff like that sucks. And Jonathan, I heard about that. I heard about someone who was a mod got attacked in Discord. Like, I'm sorry, but it's ridiculous. And I'm just curious as to what's gonna happen with this whole messaging thing. Because I'll be honest with you, I kind of like the fact that the only way somebody could message me was
email.
finding me on another
Or
social media,
social media,
or
yeah.
in the comments.
That's how I
Yeah.
found it.
So it's going to be really interesting to see what. It's just going to be another thing that we're going to have to manage to block people on,
Right.
Fact.
Facts.
because it's going to be, as
Fact.
Kelly said, nutty.
I mean, I like being accessible to who I want to be accessible to. But VP really, really
Addie,
good point
did you
there.
hear her? She likes being accessible.
Well, you know. Nothing wrong with that.
Jonathan says, "Well, just don't give out your handle to everyone. That's the key." Unfortunately, well, for a non-creator, yes. For a creator, 9 times out of 10, your handle is going to be whatever your channel name is, because you want people to,
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're bringing something back, because why else would they have the handles? It wouldn't make sense.
Yeah. That good point. Good point for sure.
Jonathan says, maybe don't change the handles. Should be slightly different so they can't get you. I mean,
You know,
yeah,
a
I could see that.
non-creator, I would be hesitant. I would think about not actually using your real name. You know what I mean? Like maybe, honestly, I just think it's probably a good idea, especially if you're a moderator, that or active in
Like
chat.
instead of Jonathan Chong, change it to Cheech.
Cheech
Right.
and Chong.
Yeah, so I mean,
Chris is never inviting
I like
me back, by the way.
Chris. I haven't chatted with you in a while, but I like AFA. I like your new logo. It's classy.
I like
It
that, Chris.
is.
That's nice.
It's like a Roman, I don't know, crest.
Yeah.
It's cool. So yeah, man, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. Chris,
For sure.
have you purchased anything else that you haven't shown us, or have you been behaving?
I've been behaving.
That's because we haven't hung out in a while.
It's documented. He can't admit it. So.
I've been behaving. It's,
Behaving is overrated.
So they say. I've been behaving. The most recent Disney thing I purchased was that bucket today, and prior to that, I did purchase well, actually, I say I've been behaving, but my wife will tell you otherwise, because I went out and I went to CC. You guys know what that is. And I came home and she was like, "You weren't supposed to spend any money. Where are you going to get that $100 from?" I was like, "Don't worry about it. I got it." But, yeah. So purchasing things in the parks, the only thing I've purchased in the park recently, I did a Pixar blind box pin. Because you know how in the movies, they always put A113 in the movie somewhere?
Yes.
Yep.
So, actually, do I have it here?
Which is a really cool thing
Hold
to
on a
look
second.
for. Here we are again.
Hi, Kelly.
My head is ginormous.
Everyone in chat, we thank you for coming in.
Yes.
This is Kelly from the Mickey Bunch. I am Chris, the Disney Baker, and on hiatus off camera, and there he is VP from Adventures of VP. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you like the content that you're watching, hit the thumbs up, share it out. All of these guys, we're great. We're great together. And get this box. Oh, look at that. A113. Look at that.
That is so cool.
Oh, yes.
And so they have different scenes, except for the one is just A113. So they have.
Oh, look at Chris. Look what Chris says. An armored 113 in the military. That's
Oh.
cool.
He
That
drove
is
an
cool.
A113.
So you need all of them. You need
So-
all of them.
Here's the one from
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille. So on this one, the A113 is the tag on the ear.
So cool.
And then
That is such a cool
this one,
set.
so you see how there's a question mark so it doesn't show you all of them? So I actually got the mystery one.
Lucky.
Who's the mystery one?
It's seals.
Oh.
And I don't know where the seals are from.
Is it a $17.99 box?
No. Which is why I
No.
only bought one.
But it's really cool you got the mystery one. Seals, would that be?
Can I show you guys what this costs retail? And then I'll tell you backstage how much I paid for it. But
Sure.
this is why I cut back.
Yeah. It's
Because
a thing.
this is a limited release set. And so the limited release sets are always more expensive.
Huh.
$24.99.
Okay. Here you go. You saw this one earlier?
Oh, that's
Dis-
cool.
Disneyland, Oogie Boogie Bash, right? Limited release. Same.
Did
Yeah,
two pins
limited
come in that
release.
one too?
2 pins. Everywhere else, they're $17.99.
Wow.
Or
Well, the limited release used to be $19.99. So that's a $5 increase. That's a lot.
Hi, Mandy.
Addie Family Adventure says this is from Finding
hey,
Dory.
Mandy.
I was gonna say, is Finding Nemo?
Well,
Finding
I thought-
Dory.
Oh,
I mean,
I remember
I
those
thought
guys.
Finding
Yeah,
Nemo,
they
but
were on
it's
the
Finding-
rocks.
Finding Dory.
Finding Dory.
Thank you, Chris. Appreciate that.
Come on
So,
in with the facts.
Mandy, my dad was in the Navy. He was a Navy refueler.
In
he
the
taught that.
Navy.
My dad was also in the Navy. He was a radar tech
Wow.
on a destroyer.
Wow.
Traveled
So cool.
he traveled the globe.
Tell
the
him thank
Navy.
you
One
for
of
his
his-
service.
One of his favorite places to go in the whole wide world was Gold Beach, Australia. He loved it so much that he went there on vacation one year, bought 2 condos in a high rise that was being built. And then when he went back to I don't know, he had to do something and he saw the market kept going up. He sold the second one to pay for the first one. And then he went back one more time and he sold the second one and made some money to pay for some other real estate stuff.
That's awesome.
You know who John Glenn is, right?
Yes.
My dad taught him how to refuel in the air.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
That's cool.
Yep.
Godspeed.
It's different.
That's cool.
That is so cool.
Jonathan says, same, I stopped getting pins every week when the Disney store closed here in Canada. Yeah, man, it's even being here with the Disney store open, I stopped just because it's
But
so
if it-
expensive.
But if it wasn't for my friends in Canada, I would have never gotten my alien pins.
Oh, that's cool.
Remember the alien pins when they came
Yeah.
out?
Yep.
That's the only place I couldn't get them anywhere else. I had bought the board, but my store closed before the pins came out. So I bought all my pins I
wow.
bought from someone in Canada.
Okay, what did you guys, maybe there's nothing, but let me ask it this way. Did you guys collect anything prior to collecting Disney stuff?
Clothes.
Okay.
I've kind of always collected Disney, but clothes,
Okay. Chris?
Baseball cards.
Converse.
Here's one of the things that I used to collect. Let me see if I can reach it from here.
While he's doing that, I'm going to get something. Taylor and I went to a big flea market antique mall like event, and you're not going to believe what I got. So, and I'll scooch down because pants.
Hot Wheels.
I used to collect Hot Wheels.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me get right here.
And so this one is, I'll show you guys in a sec, but I wanted to look at the card. So this one is pretty much almost on a perfect card.
Oh my goodness.
So this one, as you see, is a Mini Cooper. But this is, so back when we used to collect this back in 2000, and we did it for the kids as a way to like collect their year, so to say.
Oh,
But
I
we
love
started
Hot Wheels.
late. So in 95, that's the first year that they came out with treasure hunts. Well, we didn't collect back then, and trying to get 1995 treasure hunts is super expensive. But this is how they do treasure hunts now. They used to say on this side, they used to have like a treasure chest as a picture, and then it would say treasure hunt here. And that's how you knew that it was a treasure hunt. Treasure hunts typically come one in a case, so 1 out of 64, but not anymore. And they do what are called super treasure hunts. So this car right here is a super treasure hunt. And you're not going to be able to tell, but it has rubber wheels. It has a better paint job. So if I had the same car of this, the card would actually look different, and then the car would look different. But this little dollar, or nowadays they're almost $2. This little car here is now worth like $25.
Wow.
Who knows
That's
what
really
it is
cool.
worth now? I don't know what it's worth now, but when they first come out, I have 2 times that I purchased a car in Walmart that I ended up making a decent amount of money on. One was a treasure hunt that nobody wanted, but then when I looked at it, it was an error. So it's supposed to have rubber wheels on it, but it didn't. It had plastic wheels.
Oh.
And so I was like, well, I don't want this treasure hunt anyway. So I sold it. That car, non-error, was selling for like $5 or $10. I sold it for 125.
There you go.
And then
Hey, Nick.
another one was called Johnny Lightning. So
Johnny Lightnings. Yes.
Those are more expensive cars, but they have what are called white lightnings. And so 3 things of the car will be white. So white wheels, white interior, white paint, for example. So I found a VW Bug white lightning at a Walmart one morning.
Whew.
And VW Bugs in the... Have a good night, Mandy. Thank you for being here.
Have a
Good
good
night,
night,
Mandy.
Mandy.
Good night, Nick.
Thanks. Good night,
Good night, Nick.
Get some rest.
So it that car, so in the diecast community, Volkswagen is like creme de la creme, like highly sought after. Everybody loves collecting them.
They're just so stinking cute.
Yeah, well that car got me like $300.
What?
So what's that gonna get me?
Oh my gosh. I literally want that van. Like I want to drive that van.
Well, and here's the cool thing. It says on the back it's a Premier.
Premium.
That's so cool.
Premium. Thank you.
Yeah.
And it's dated. You see that date?
Yeah.
It's stamped.
I see that it says give to VP. That's what I think it says.
Yeah, I think it said.
Oh, you can
give
read
to
that
Kelly.
fine print?
Yeah,
No, yeah,
it says
it
give
says-
to VP.
Kelly
Oh.
needs it.
Oh, is that what that says?
No, if I win the lottery, I'm buying that van to drive around
But I got this at
and live
a,
in by the river.
auto parts store. They were
What?
selling. Yeah, I got it at a auto parts store. I went in to buy some oil here in Florida, and all their Hot Wheels were 50% off. I think I paid $1.99 for that.
Was there only
That's
one of
cool.
those vans? I've been looking for that van since it came out.
No, they had. This was a couple. Well, it was when we moved here because I needed
Yeah.
oil in the van. And no, I was like, oh, I'll buy that.
Well, I'm going to show you this. I know VP's not going to enjoy this, but I think you will, Chris. But Okay. So if you can,
Gonzo!
Yes,
Big
Big
Al.
Al.
Look at this. So it's a Big Al stuffy, and it's actually Big Al from the movie,
Oh,
which
that's so cool.
um Jalen is obsessed with this movie, and Matthew loved this movie. And he's got all his little like accessories where he's like, get off the lawn, stay off the lawn in the movie. Like, we actually like that movie. It's still got the little tag.
He's cool. Let's
So
see, when, um, oh,
love Big Al.
what were those little things in the bags you used to buy all the time, BP? The Wishables?
Oh, yes.
Remember, I won the Big Al Wishable on your channel.
Yep.
I still
I
have
love
them.
the Country Bears. They're my people.
Yeah.
So yes. So
That's
I was super
Addie-
excited.
Addie, that's Kelly's favorite part.
Blood on the saddle. Yep.
And there'll be blood on the saddle. I love the Country Bears. So and this was $7. So I feel like I got a deal. And then I was like over the moon because remember, I'm in Arizona. But this is the Wicked Wench, which is the ship that Barbosa is on in the
Okay.
ride.
Yes.
And it's actually signed, not printed, but actually signed by
Oh, that's
the
so
artist.
cool.
That's cool.
And so find this randomly at a flea market in Arizona.
Wow.
I know.
How much?
I know.
How much did you pay for that?
Now I looked it up on eBay while we were there, and it had just sold for 110, and I paid 45. So, but I'll keep
Nice.
it forever. I don't care if it was $4.50. I had to have it. But the original price was 40, but I don't think it came with the signature, so it was probably at an event or something at
Oh, yeah.
Disneyland, because the guy had a bunch of Disneyland stuff. So I got more stuff. I'm gonna do some random live where I show it. So
That's cool.
thank you for letting me show that. But Country Bears from the movie? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So cool. Now I need all the other ones.
That's why she said I wouldn't appreciate it.
Oh, well,
Mandy says she said she's not leaving. She was saying bye to Nick. And then she says, I still have my rock collection.
Oh my goodness. I was not,
I
I
lost
think,
my
young
rock
enough
collection.
for a pet rock. And then they kind of came back in the 90s, I think, the pet rocks.
I lost my rock collection. I don't know what I did with it. These were sentimental rocks.
Did you like take them when you would go places?
No, it was more like I went to Alaska and brought home some rocks, and I had those rocks for, I don't know, at least 10 years. And then I don't know what I did with them.
Oh no, maybe
Wow.
they're in storage or something. I know we
No,
used to go
they're
on road
gone.
trips a lot when I was young, and I would pick up rocks, and I had this jar, and I would keep them in there.
well, when I had an office years ago, somebody bought me a fountain. And they went, oh, no, wait a minute. I'm sorry. My children bought me a fountain for Father's Day that had rocks and had 3 tiers. And the water was supposed to soothe you to release stress. So when we were packing up, I moved it here. And just recently, I found a whole box of souvenir rocks that I've collected throughout the years. And I put them in with those rocks.
Oh, how nice.
You know, you see a rock that's like all nasty and sharp and everything, and then you get to the bottom of a riverbed, and that
Smooth.
Yeah.
similar rock is nice and smooth.
Yeah.
It's just from tumbling and tumbling and tumbling.
Jonathan said, wow, good find to Kelly. And he says, I have gold from Alaska.
Wow.
I was too young to care about gold. I was only 8 when I went there. But it was one of my most memorable trips. I went there. My grandparents lived there at the time, and I stayed in Alaska for a month with them.
I've never been. I like watching those shows about Alaska.
Yeah, Alaska is definitely a different place.
Well, everyone, we're about to wrap this up. But
This was fun. Thank you,
just
Chris.
a thumbs up and a thank you to VP and Kelly for coming in. All my mods, everybody came in chat. We appreciate you, and this is what it's about. It's just hanging out with friends and talking and chilling, you know, and that's what we do.
showing
check
our
out
stuff.
everybody. VP, what do you got going on?
Work. So if you want to cruise, come hit me up. I work for Norwegian. I work all the time. That's why you guys don't see me too much on here. But I'll probably be live Friday night. I'm gonna probably go live for the Boys to Men concert from Epcot.
Nice.
That's
Till
exciting.
the end of the road. Yep, that's all you get.
I was singing that Philly
Okay.
song.
Well, all right, so we'll ask where you go. What's your favorite VP
My favorite what?
Boys to Men song?
Probably that one.
Kelly?
I love them all.
They have so many good hits.
So
so
many.
They
good
definitely were
hits.
not a one-hit wonder group.
Okay, so I don't want to end this on a downbeat, but I'll tell you,
ABC, BBD. I love that one too.
when my mom passed, I couldn't sleep that night when I found out my mom passed. So I stayed up and I got all these pictures out, and I took pictures of them, and I made a video, and I had it out there on Facebook for years, and I wanted to put a song to it, and so I did, and I put the song "Mama,"
Okay.
and it's a phenomenal song, and it's
Yeah.
great, and every
That's
time I
good.
hear it, it makes me smile because I think of my mom.
Aw.
But yeah, it's great, and have a good time there because if I wasn't gonna be watching PhilharMagic, I'd probably be sitting next to you.
Alrighty, right.
Great harmonies. There's
Oh,
hardly
yeah.
any better.
I may start
went-
hitchhiking back.
We saw them last year, and they gave out roses, and it was pretty funny because Mylene got a rose and Arlene didn't. So we'll see what happens this year.
Kelly, what do you got going on?
I actually have a couple of vlogs. I'm putting up my Dia los Muertos one and one from us going to the flea market because we found a bunch of really cool stuff. So those will be coming up this week. And, Sunday night, spilling the tea. So thank you so much, Chris.
And what have you been putting out on Twitter?
Oh, yeah. Definitely check out all the shorts and reels. And Taylor actually has been really pushing me to do that. So I sort of challenged myself to put out one a day.
Taylor
So,
Made Magic, so check that out too.
Go check out hers too. Yeah. Hers are funny. Sometimes they say bad words, but they're funny.
And this is, if you saw this maybe a week and a half ago, or actually the other day, I think I ended this. This is my latest frame.
So beautiful, pretty.
It's 3 different colors of gold, if you can see it. This had a mirror in it, and I transformed it, and now it is a Disney pin board.
Very pretty.
So
Gorgeous.
Take a minute and check out all the people in the chat. These 2 amazing, wonderful people back here are really good friends of mine. And the one thing I always say is, surround yourself with good people and good things happen. And that's what happens to me when I come on YouTube. So look what happens. I love it. I
This
appreciate
was
you guys.
amazing.
I think
Thank
you're
you.
amazing. Kelly, would you mind closing us out? Go ahead.
Am I supposed to say something special?
You don't.
No.
You can.
Well, thank you so much, everyone. Have a blessed and magical night, and we can't wait to see you again soon. Bye.
Have a good night.
So long, everyone.